Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Drip Drop is a doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. Head to dripdrop.com now and use promo code RADIO20.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Looks, fires the slant pattern complete. Jason Swain breaks a tackle.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports teams. From the Budweiser studios of 99.1, the Sports Animal. Here's a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Jason Swain!
Here's Josh and Swain.
Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. We have some things to talk about. We're a week away from fall camp opening. 1 week from today, Tennessee will have begun the fall practice schedule for the 2026 season. They will practice next Wednesday morning. We will talk Tennessee football. It is Asa Barnes' announcement day, so in 5 hours, another running back will make his announcement 1 week since David Gabriel George made his commitment to Tennessee Public. Asa Barnes will announce later today. So we'll talk a little recruiting. We'll talk Tennessee football. And Swain, a subject that is near and dear to the hearts of many, the NCAA. With the news this morning that Arion Carter is looking at a 2-game suspension to begin the upcoming season. Originally it was a 3-game suspension. And then after the appeal was reduced to 2 regarding a flight that was paid for while he was going through the NFL draft process. The flight cost was $427. He has paid back that amount. Obviously, Arion changed course, reversed course, decided to go back to college, entertained the idea of transferring, decided to stay at Tennessee, which was great for him, great for Tennessee, and had to go through recovery from injuries. And is back as a senior leader for Tennessee, but is looking at a 2-game suspension, which would mean missing the Furman and Georgia Tech games to begin the upcoming season.
First, I feel for Arion Carter. Someone from the state. It means something to wear the power tee. Arion could have set out several games last year. Had double turf toe, probably should have set out to rest up. If he would have set out and been healthy to perform for the NFL Combine and train for the NFL Combine, he wouldn't be suspended today, and he probably would be preparing for NFL camp on an NFL team. But because he gave his all for Tennessee, because he put the team in front of himself, and he understood that it wasn't about him, he played with double turf toe. And he wasn't the same. He put out, I'm sure, some unfavorable film compared to when he was healthy. And he was making a hard decision on whether he should go to the NFL or not. And because of needing a surgery, needing to repair his broken body for the football season, it was in his best interest to come back. And he made that decision after the flight was purchased by his agent, and because of the NCAA rules that probably needs to be modified and looked at, he's going to miss several games. Now, listen, you want to hold him accountable, fine. You want to punish him, that's fine. But a 3-game suspension, a little too much. Even reducing it to 2 games, I think, is a little too much. Like, all right, you want him to sit out Furman game? Cool. All right, he can sit out Furman game. You want to send a message? But 2 games for $427, when you look around college football and we see what's going on. Like, I get it. I get agents are the big, bad, scary guys back when players wasn't making money. But we can't look at agents the same way now as we did then. The players, from a monetary standpoint, they don't need the agents. They're fine. They can buy their own stuff. Arion could have bought his own plane flight. Mm-hmm. That wasn't a problem. It's the fact that Arion had a lot of stuff on his plate, and your agent is supposed to take some of those things off your plate by doing things like that, like go ahead and booking your travel, making sure your training setup is where it needs to be so you can go in without thinking and just train. They handle all the other stuff. And it sucks because Arion is the team captain. He is the leader on this football team. Number one. And I think about just the last 12 months for Arion. And someone that has been so selfless as him, the injury, and then, his girlfriend diagnosed with cancer, and he's right there by her side, and hey, they're together, they're fighting, and they're gonna win. And then now this is really an example of how life is. And if Arion, like he already has been doing, handling adversity with class, he's going to do it again here, and it's going to make him a better person. It's going to make him a better father or husband whenever that time comes. But it stinks because he is what's good about college athletics. He's loyal. He hadn't gotten in any trouble. Leadership. This man is about to graduate and get his degree here in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. And the NCAA is always talking about going pro and outside of something, the sports, and getting a chance to get a free education. And Arion would be a poster child for their commercials because of how he has carried himself. So it stinks that he is going to be suspended 2 games.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be in question whether a violation occurred. To me, it's just the penalty is way too severe.
Yeah, it is.
2 games in the current state of college athletics. When you mentioned what athletes are receiving in, quote, NIL deals, when we know so many athletes at every school are being paid to simply play, and some of it is within revenue share, so that's allowed, but we also know it goes above and beyond revenue share at all these different schools. So a violation appears to have occurred. Adam Sparks' story at KnoxNews.com today noted that a memo was sent by the NCAA in December to football players considering declaring for the NFL draft, reminding them that they could not accept benefits from agents, and provided in the memo, quote, examples of material benefits include money, transportation, dinner, clothes, cell phones, jewelry, etc. So, okay, he was not supposed to have this flight paid for. Circumstances also changed for him. He returns to college, and Arion's going to play at Tennessee, pays back the $427. Suspend him for a half against Furman.
Yeah.
And call it a day.
Yep.
And I'm sure some people would not like it, but what's the big deal? Suspending him for 3 games and then reducing to 2, in my opinion, way too severe.
Yep.
And not reading the room of the current state of college athletics and everything else that is going on. I will admit, I can't help but wonder, there's no way to prove one way or the other, with past issues with the University of Tennessee, is the NCAA coming down harder on a Tennessee player because of that, because of cases they've dealt with, because of other issues maybe they've had with Tennessee? Are they taking it out on this case? I ask aloud knowing there is no definitive answer there, but it does make me wonder.
That's the first thing I thought of. Oh, they're getting their Nico lick back, huh?
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do here. It's hard not to kind of expect that, but I agree with you. A game, a half, you want to send a message, you want to penalize someone for breaking the rules. I know you haven't been able to do that in a long time in NCAA. You haven't been able to enforce your own rules for a very long time. You finally got one, and you got heavy-handed with this one with Arion Carter. So I guess the next question is, all right, what do you do if you're Tennessee? I mean, you have options here.
Is it time to go back to court?
Josh, is the Georgia Tech game important?
I think the Furman game is important.
Josh, is the Georgia Tech game important?
It is important.
Tennessee can beat Furman without Arion Carter.
Sure.
You're playing a physical football team where you're going to need your linebackers in the fan. Their face will need to be in the fan against Georgia Tech. And luckily, you have a really, really, really strong linebacker core with some great depth, probably the best depth in the country. But this is your captain. This is your captain. And you've already went to the well once before against the NCAA for Nico because you thought it was worth it because he was a quarterback and, he was such a great talent. But it didn't work out for you. Do you go back to the well and take this thing to trial? Do you take it to the courts to get a win? Everyone else has done it. Is it worth doing it for a game? Is it worth doing it for a half? Because, I mean, let them be suspended for a half or a game against Furman. Cool, whatever. But, we're talking about the Georgia Tech game here.
Yeah, I just I would need an explanation of what the lawsuit even is. Are you suing?
Because it's not fair, Josh. That's what it should stay on the paper.
Okay.
Not fair. It's not fair. That's what it should say on the paper. That's what the judge said. We are here today because this is clearly not fair.
I could get my 8-year-old to write the complaint because
Yes.
I've heard that one a few times.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
This is not fair.
Okay, we'll continue the discussion. How do you feel about the NCAA? 865-656-9900. We were asked, by the way, multiple times, well, what about an appeal here with the NCAA? Tennessee did appeal. It was a 3-game suspension, which would have been a quarter of the season.
That's insane.
That to me is wild. But it was reduced to 2 games after Tennessee's appeal. So Tennessee did appeal, and now it's a 2-game suspension for linebacker Arion Carter. 865-656-9900. What do you think? Tell us right here on Josh and Swain.
The Sports Animal app has a special second stream and a link to our latest videos. Download the Sports Animal app.
Latest message, of course. Need to get ready to tailgate at the courthouse. Tailgate season is close, whether it's at a court, before a basketball game, before a football game. You need a tailgate. They've got trucks for you at Ted Russell Ford. They have all you need with their Ford F-Series. Many different combinations available to fit what you are looking for at Ted Russell Ford. The 2026 Ford F-150. You're talking about quality. You're talking about options to fit what you are looking for. You can get a 26 Ford F-150 under $49,995. They have 0% financing available on 26 Ford F-150 trucks with the summer sales event that is happening right now. If you're looking for an SUV, if you're interested in a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport or the Ford Mustang or something from their pre-owned selection, a great way to start shopping is online at tedrussellford.net. It's the #1 volume Ford dealer in East Tennessee. Ted Russell Ford is your super dealer with locations on Kingston Pike and Parkside Drive. 2 dealership locations and a website with all the vehicles available at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
I'm pediatric allergist Dr. Carla Davis. If your child has asthma, let's take a breath together and talk. Does your child need to use a quick relief inhaler more than twice a week to treat asthma? Has your child repeatedly awakened at night due to asthma? If you said yes to either of these questions, it's time to talk to an allergy and asthma specialist like me to help you control your child's asthma. If you feel your child's asthma is not under control, go to controlyourasthma.org.
Sponsored by the Allergy and Asthma Network.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
The Big Kahuna Wing Festival, now known as the Covenant Health Big Kahuna Labor Day Festival, is back and bigger than ever on Sunday, September 6th at the World's Fair Park. Tickets are flying fast. Grab yours now at bkwfestival.com.
Got a plumbing or HVAC problem at home? Whether it's an AC that won't cool, a furnace acting up, a clogged drain, or a water heater problem, Pipe Wrench Home Services is ready to help. Right now, get 15% off any HVAC or plumbing repair when you schedule service with Pipe Wrench Home Services. Our licensed technicians are equipped to diagnose the issue, explain your options, and get the repair done right the first time. Don't let a small problem turn into a major headache. That strange noise from your air conditioner, the water heater that's not keeping up, or the drain that keeps backing up won't fix itself. The longer you wait, the bigger the problem can become. At Pipe Wrench Home Services, we make repairs simple with friendly technicians and fast, reliable service that you can count on. We'll arrive ready to identify the problem and get your home back to normal as quickly as possible. Take advantage of 15% off any HVAC or plumbing repair and schedule your appointment today at pipewrench.com. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free. Restrictions may apply. Eligible for repairs up to $5,000. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important: life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. I've had a couple of messages just to offer some clarification. So a couple of messages that said, wait, so the NCAA was going to let Brendan Sorsby play after his gambling stuff, but they won't let Arion Carter play. He's got a suspension here. Well, Sorsby was – the NCAA didn't want him to play, but there was the injunction. Then there was fight back from the Big 12 that was coming, and Sorsby decided to move on. But the NCAA was not in favor of Sorsby playing. I think this one is simple as, okay, a violation occurred. We can agree on that. But it's difficult to agree that a 3-game suspension, a quarter of the season, is a worthy punishment for a $427 flight that Arion paid back and could have paid for in the first place.
Yeah.
He didn't need the $427.
Yeah, it's more about convenience.
Yeah. So he paid it back, and when you look around college football and everybody recognizes what athletes are being paid, applying rules that previously made more sense to today's landscape is difficult to explain. We have one text saying if he misses the first 2 games, hey, that's valuable time in a new defense that he won't be out there on the field for. Now, he will be able to practice. He would be suspended for the games. Arion will be practicing next Wednesday with the team in fall camp. You mentioned Georgia Tech is a physical team, Swain.
Downhill running football team.
Could I argue, well, you eliminate the chance for Arion to get injured in the first 2 games of the season.
But Arion is healthy.
And he will remain healthy, barring a practice mishap between now and week 3 against Kennesaw State.
I mean, there's some positives to allow some other guys to get some reps. But at the same time, I don't think those positives outweigh the negative of you being without your team captain.
Yeah, there's that. Also, Arion wants to play football. He doesn't want to just sit games to get ready for the final 10 of the season, I would imagine. It does help if you're looking at, oh, man, Georgia Tech, that is an important game because it is, and you're going on the road and they're physical. Linebacker is believed to be the deepest position or potentially the deepest going into the season. That helps.
Yeah, and what stinks, too, is now there's going to be a time where Arion's reps needs to be reduced because you don't give Arion the same amount of reps as the guys that you know will play in game 1 and game 2. That would be ridiculous. You're basically wasting reps. So now you have to back his reps down a little bit, make sure the other guys are getting more reps for 2 weeks, and then when Arion comes back, then you have to adjust accordingly. But yeah, it stinks, man, because now like you have to lead knowing that you're not going to play, and in some ways you got to lead from the sideline. Which hey, Arion could do that because he's super mature and he's been here a while, and he was forced in that leadership role even as a second-year player, so he'll be able to handle it. But it's a challenge for William Inge and the defensive staff to understand that Arion just doesn't need the same amount of reps as the guys that you think are going to play a lot of snaps for you on Saturdays in the first 2 games.
Jeremiah says punishment doesn't fit the crime.
It doesn't.
Another text. I don't think this is from a Tennessee fan that says, you all are a bunch of babies. It was wrong. Let him pay the ticket. He can't read.
Yeah, he broke the rules. But again, I guess we got to – all right, Jason, be nice. Be nice. Don't say it. I'll forget it. I guess we got to write this in crayon that the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
Right.
It's not that he did not do it. It's not that he did not break the rules. It doesn't fit the crime. It doesn't make sense when you have players who are getting NIL deals that include private planes and a guy that can clearly afford the plane flight that was going to the NFL.
Yeah.
But had to reverse course because of injury. He had to reverse course because it was found out that he needed surgery. And if you're going to have surgery, there's no way that you need to go to the league unless you have first-round tape because you need to be healthy for the pre-draft process to train. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't going to be able to do that. So he needed to come back. That's what the NCAA should have taken into consideration and go, okay, yeah, the rule's a rule, but here's a young man that's about to graduate. Here's a young man that's never been in trouble. He's a team captain. The calendar is what kind of got him caught up. Let's just suspend him for a half. Let's just suspend him for a game. 3 games, that's the problem here.
It went way too far. We had a message, why does it matter if he declared for the draft? And you can certainly argue how the rules are structured now. Adam Sparks, who broke the news this morning, did note if Arion got travel expenses provided as part of an approved NIL contract, there would be no problem. He would still be following the amateur rules, but by accepting a flight from an NFL agent, the NCAA sees him as getting perks as a professional athlete. That is the distinction in the NCAA rules.
And that's fine. But again,
yeah,
NCAA, you got professional basketball players playing college basketball this year.
Mm-hmm.
So make it make sense, NCAA. Let's be consistent. You have professional basketball players that were drafted, that played in NBA games, that's going to play for a college basketball team this season. You have a football player that is trying to go professional, trying to make the decision of whether or not he should, and because of injury, had to return back to school. And you're punishing him 2 games, but you're letting these basketball players that are coming from overseas that's 30-something years old and have played in the NBA, drafted in the NBA, you're letting them play. We just want the consistency to line up.
Yep.
Just make it make sense.
Yeah, we're not sitting here arguing he did not violate a rule. That
No.
appears to be obvious.
No, he broke it. Yeah,
but the punishment doesn't appear to fit the crime. Jay did text, I agree it's too much. With that said, if I was the NCAA, I would try to stick it to the Vols every chance I got as well. We've made them look really bad in recent times.
Oh, that's true. I'm not going to argue that. But we're not the only one that made them look bad. You know who else made them look bad? Themselves. They make themselves look bad. That's what they do. We just help them. That's all.
How is the NCAA still a thing? Is one question in the text box.
We just want consistency. We just want it to make sense across the board. It does not. But that's a good question. That's a good question. But NCAA, they can't do anything about agents helping players tamper and talk to other schools before it's time to do that. They can't do anything about that. So let's be consistent. That's all. Let's be consistent. Let's make rules that make sense, and let's be able to enforce them across the board. They can't do that. But here's the time to do it, man. Oh, we got an easy one right here with Arion Carter. Finally, we get a chance to punish somebody because we haven't been able to for months because we get taken to the cleaners going to the courts. So here we go. We're going to let everybody know who's boss now. 3-game suspension. Take that.
And for a $427 plane ticket.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Just for some context, I don't think you can get anybody from the Tennessee football team to make an appearance for $427.
Nope. Hey, Kirby Smart said he's already been there, ready to break away from the NCAA. I think Josh Heupel might be on Kirby's side after this.
Is the suspension going to stand, or are we going to take legal action? We are asked.
I mean, that's the next tough question I think you have to ask yourself if you're Tennessee. Because do you want to be like everybody else that takes their ball and goes home when it doesn't go your way? Because we clearly broke the rules. Like, Arion clearly broke the rules. We're arguing the severity of the punishment. And so, if you're Tennessee, do you really want to go down that road?
I might be missing something on this. We've had multiple texts say if he were a basketball player, he'd be eligible. Am I missing something there? Or are they just referring to guys who have gone to the G League? And
I think that's what they're referring to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is.
Why don't coaches get suspended for taking flights to other schools for job interviews? Go Vols. Well. Derek says, I'm sure we can get an injunction. So multiple texts now, Swain, asking for some legal action. Coaches, of course, follow under different rules as compared to athletes. But as the text, I'm sure, was being facetious.
Yeah, I mean, when you declare for the NFL, I mean, you are foregoing your college eligibility. The moment that you get an agent and that agent provides you with benefits, you're kind of doing the same thing.
Right.
And so that's the problem here. And I get that. But again, he was acting in good faith. It was because of an injury discovery where he needed surgery that he decided to come back. And he paid the money back. Give him a game. Give him a game. 3 is way too much.
I may have missed this in the Knox News story. How was it even discovered who paid for the flight? Who's tracking that these days? Like James Najee, to the basketball example, do we have a record of all his flights and who paid for what over the multiple years he was a professional athlete?
I mean, that's a good question, too.
So I might have missed that part, but I don't know. 865-656-9900. Hey, wish the best here. We'll monitor for updates, but former volunteer wide receiver Chris Brazel apparently aggravated a left knee issue that he had been dealing with already. He missed a couple of recent practices due to soreness, according to Dave Canales, and was carted off the practice field with the Panthers. So hope it is not severe, but something to monitor with Panthers rookie wide receiver Chris Brazel from the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, I hope he's okay and able to bounce back and not miss any significant time. But being a rookie, when you are hurt like that, man, it hurts you a lot. Being able to get out there on the game field when you don't have the time to prove that you can play at this level, you can be trusted. But hopefully the most important thing, that it's not a long-term serious injury.
865-656-9900 is the phone number if you would like to call or text to offer up some comments, ask any questions, to vent. You can do so with us. We're presented by Junk Be Gone. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock as we continue on Josh and Swain.
This is Andy with Mo Shingles. You already know we do the best roofs for the best price. We also do lifetime warranty gutter guards, usually for around half the national guys. Call Mo Shingles, 770-0506.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
The NCAA has suspended Tennessee linebacker Arion Carter for the first 2 games of the season for accepting a $427 flight from an agent after he declared for the NFL draft. The senior played through a foot injury late last season. After declaring for the draft, he aggravated the injury and needed surgery, and ultimately decided to return to Tennessee for another season. In a statement, Vols coach Josh Heupel said Carter disengaged from the agent and repaid him for the flight in January. The NCAA reportedly suspended Carter for 3 games originally, but reduced the suspension to 2 games after an appeal by the university. Carter will miss Tennessee's season opener against Furman on September 5th and then a road game at Georgia Tech the following weekend. He will be eligible to make his season debut on September 19th against Kennesaw State. Major League Baseball games tonight. The Braves take on the Mets at 7:10. White Sox get the Yankees at 7:40. Cubs get the Cardinals at 7:45. And the Dodgers get the Mariners at 10. I'm Joel Silverberg.
I'm VFL Charles Davis, and it's
38 days until
it's football time in Tennessee.
This countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. People helping people since 1934.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Brogan Financial. BroganFinancial.com is the website. You can go online, learn about the great team at Brogan Financial and how they help their clients every day, pursuing excellence in the delivery of wealth management and comprehensive retirement planning. If you'd like to speak to someone about planning for your financial future, planning for retirement, and life beyond retirement, see how Brogan Financial can help you with a comprehensive plan that will focus on income planning, investment management, tax planning, estate and legacy planning, and healthcare planning, and how they can design that plan to fit your goals for the future, and they will help you hit those goals for the future. Brogan Financial was founded in 2001 to serve clients in their pursuit of financial independence. That's how they operate every day, as a fiduciary, meaning they have a responsibility to act solely in the best interest of the client. Jim Brogan and the team will work with you to help you design a plan for the future and achieve your goals for the future. Get started by going online to BroganFinancial.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky. That's right, you're in Cashville, Kentucky. When you join the winning at the Mint Gaming Hall, winning on our new games, winning with all the new menu items, entertainment, and cash-filled promotions. Cashville, Kentucky is a state of mind. Population, you. Find the fun at the Mint Gaming Hall, Williamsburg. Check out themintgaming.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky.
Starting route to Clearwater Beach.
Next stop, relaxation.
Vacation vibes are better when you aren't worrying about the safety of your home. Scott here with his security technology. While you're away, your home stays connected with a smart home app to adjust everything from the lights to cameras, all with real-time alerts.
Oh, look, I got a package.
Imagine that.
Peace of mind, smart, secure, connected. Schedule your free home assessment today at hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
At the Y, strength means something different. In this place, it's not just lifting weights. It's all of us showing up and doing our thing. Kids in the pool and on the court, swimming, shooting, playing, mom and dad finding their rhythm, yoga, heavy lifting, moving. 5 YMCA locations, no contracts, just community. You can look all you want, but there's still no place like this place. Join the Y today at ymcaetn.org.
Join the Hurricane Show with Brian Rice this Friday from 9 to noon at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. Stop by and meet the guys and see the all-new Kia Tellurides. Only at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville this Friday with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
A.G. Hines Company. For more than 100 years, since great-grandfather Albert Hines first opened the doors back in 1920, the best construction companies East Tennessee have used their building materials. But when it comes to your do-it-yourself projects, they're also the best first stop you can make thanks to their prices, selection of tools, and their experience. Visit their century-old business on Hines Street in downtown Knoxville. For 4 generations, they've been the area's most trusted supplier with building materials and tools. A.G. Hines Company. Building materials since anyone can remember.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day, but Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief, so don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Sunshine is working its way into the forecast as we're heading into the afternoon. High temperatures will be in a range of the mid to upper 80s, and by the time we head into your Thursday, still going to stay plenty dry with partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the mid-80s. We expect to stay dry the rest of your work week. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Dusmall.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us as we continue the conversation every day presented by Junk Be Gone. Braden Gall of 440 Sports at 1 o'clock. We'll talk to Austin Price at 1:30. Austin Price with VolQuest. He'll join us thanks to Colossal Productions. We invite you to join us as we've discussed the news of the day. A 2-game suspension for Tennessee linebacker Arion Carter regarding a flight that was paid for. It was a $427 flight. It was paid for by his agent while he was going through the NFL draft process. He paid back that $427 when he returned to college and opted out of the NFL draft. It was a 3-game suspension initially from the NCAA. Tennessee appealed and was reduced to 2 games. So a 2-game suspension right now for Tennessee senior linebacker Arion Carter. What do you think about it? Michael, you're on Josh and Swain. Thanks for calling in, Michael. Good afternoon. What's on your mind?
Okay, good afternoon, gentlemen. I guess I need a point of clarification. So when he goes to work out for the NFL team, he's 100% healthy, right? So at that point, he's not broken any rules. He's declared for the draft. He thinks he's going. He gets an injury. Now he decides that the injury is significant enough that he wants to return to college, and now he's broken the rule? If that's the case, the rule needs to be changed. You can't predict the future. He didn't set out to break the rule. He was in full compliance until the injury happened. and now he's out of compliance, and now he has to suffer the consequences. They're penalizing because he got injured. There's nothing he could have done differently prior to the injury. So, to me, the NCAA, again, common sense. Come on, the kid didn't do anything wrong. Now, if he was injured already and he thought, well, I'm not real sure, I'm going to kind of test the waters, then that's different, because then he took the benefit and he knew there might be a chance he was going to come back. Can you guys clarify when he was injured?
Well, so I don't know the percentage of his health. In the story from Adam Sparks, it notes that when he began workouts January 5th, he felt pain immediately and had swelling in his previously injured foot. Remember, he dealt with turf toe issues through last season.
Double turf toe.
He played through injuries, so he did not declare 100% healthy.
Gotcha. Okay, so he knew there was a chance. There might be a chance that he would come back.
I don't know where Arion's mind was when he entered the draft. He was planning to go to the draft.
No one declares healthy. You just finished the football season.
Right. Well,
you know? Like,
right, but he was injured.
Yeah, but my point is, like, no one is healthy.
Right.
I mean, everyone is banged up, hurt, injured.
Yeah.
Because you just played a football season.
Yeah.
It's just, can you get through the football workouts? Can you take enough time to heal while also training at the same time?
Right. So, Michael, you may still be right that they need to adjust the rules. I would say so because of the current climate that we're in, the state of college athletics, where athletes are getting things paid for all the time. That's why I would argue the NCAA did remind athletes who were considering the NFL draft, hey, you cannot accept these benefits. So they were given a reminder in December, if you're considering the draft, you cannot accept these benefits from agents. He did. He paid it back, though. That's why there was a quote crime by NCAA rules. I just think the punishment is way too severe for what the crime was.
Yeah.
Especially with the restitution that was paid. Hey, Michael, thank you for calling. Thanks for your question.
I mean, he's trying to act in good faith, by paying back the flight.
Totally, yeah.
I mean, what would have happened if he chose not to pay back the flight? He would have been suspended half of the season, probably.
Well, if he had chosen not to pay it back, I don't know what the answer is. The NCAA may determine, no, you're just a pro now. Despite, again, as you pointed out,
oh, really?
Basketball players coming back.
Oh, I'm a pro now? Let me call my lawyer. We'll see about that. I mean, at some point, you got to back up what you've been saying on these commercials, NCAA. Like, you're trying to do what's in the best interest of the student athlete. You had a young man that played for his team while hurt, that could make the case he shouldn't have been playing, but he wanted to play because college means something, okay? And it was found out that he needed to have surgery. And because of that, he needed to come back for another year. And if you're the NCAA, you need an Arion Carter. You need a guy who's a 4-year player at a school that is going to the conference media days to represent his school, that's never got in trouble. And you look at all the things that Arion Carter is doing off the field. You need an Arion Carter to represent the NCAA. Why would you come down on him in this way?
We have this text. What if he considered that flight as an NIL deal from his agent's company? I don't think that's exactly how it works. There is, roll your eyes, feel free to, but there is the CSC, the College Sports Commission. Don't think that one's going to pass. I don't think we have to overcomplicate this. There's a minor violation here.
It's minor. Yeah, we don't have to pretend like there's not a violation. Okay, there was one.
Yeah, I don't think that should be the issue.
But it was minor. It was minor. It's like this news about the level 3 violation from Tennessee basketball 3 years ago. My goodness, it was minor.
Yeah.
The coach set out a game. He was back. Tony Vitello and the Maui Ahuna thing. He was out for a little bit. He was back. You're trying to suspend the guy 3 games? You didn't do that to the coaches. That were clearly caught tampering.
Right, and this is 3 games in a football season. You only get 12 of them. That's a quarter of the season.
Yes. Yes, sir, Josh Ward.
When do you look into the NCAA for targeted harassment against UT? We were asked.
We're not going to play that card. I'm not going to play that card. I mean, because really, the NCAA, I mean, that whole Pruitt stuff, I mean, they could have came down harder. So I do take that in consideration. Pruitt was a total buffoon in how he handled that situation. It could have been worse. But I know the NCAA probably not happy about the whole Nico thing.
I think you and I had very similar thoughts initially. You can't help but wonder. 865-656-9900. We appreciate your thoughts, your complaints with the NCAA. I'll say this. A lot of people around the country on Tennessee side on this one.
I saw some Bama fans. I hate Rocky Top, but I got to be on their side with this one, man. The NCAA, they don't know what they're talking about.
That's got to tell you something right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw it.
He's Jason Swain. He's a VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. Look at you and Bama fans on the same side today. Mark the date. Wednesday, July 29th.
It's okay if it's against the NCAA.
Even that gentleman who had the video, I hate Tennessee. They're low down, dirty.
Low down, dirty. Look like a garbage man truck convention inside Neyland Stadium.
Even that gentleman today has to be saying, come on, NCAA. All right, we'll come back. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us right here on Josh and Swain.
It's time to put your love of wings to the test. The Sports Animal's looking for 12 people to compete in the BKW Labor Day Festival wing eating competition.
Ripping the meat off the chicken wing.
Text the word wings to 865-656-9900 to enter today.
The last thing you want to deal with as a homeowner is an emergency. It could be plumbing, HVAC, or electrical. Well, when that happens, most of the time you don't know what the cost is going to be or if it's going to be fixed the right way. Maybe when you are calling on companies, you don't know if someone's just trying to sell you something during the process of trying to find out who's going to come and fix the issue. But when you call Hiller, their experts are going to solve your problems quickly. The price that you are told is the price that you actually pay. There's no hidden fees or surprises on your bill. Hiller has been in business for over 36 years, family-owned and operated, and their techs are professional, experienced, and trustworthy. All background and drug screen. When they're on their way to your home, you'll receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time. No more wasting time waiting around. 100% satisfaction guarantee is what you also expect from Hiller. Happy will be, or the service is free. When it's time to book, you do it online. It's easy. HappyHiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
The 2026 Lady Vol volleyball schedule is set and features 9 NCAA tournament teams, including 5 with programs that reach the round of 16. The Big Orange schedule features 12 matches at home at Food City Center, and you can now purchase season tickets with prices starting as low as $60 plus taxes and fees. Reserved seating options are back this season, and you can guarantee your seat for the same location for each match throughout the season. Get yours now at allvols.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Why wait for the weekend? At Twin Peaks, they're serving scratch food and pouring quality cocktails every day after dark. Come by the lodge and experience the best late night in the League. Today, tomorrow, or any other day of the week. We'll see you at Twin Peaks.
New backpacks, new schedules, new routines. Now give your home a fresh start with Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of insanely clean carpets plus a free hallway for just $119. And you can save more than $100 on professional air duct and dryer vent cleaning bundle to help everyone breathe a little easier this school year. You can find them online. Book today at ZeroResKnoxville.com. Zero Res. Spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
The A.G. Hines Company, a fourth-generation family business backed by more than 100 years of customer service serving all East Tennessee. That's a century's worth of knowledge in material application, concrete, masonry, waterproofing, stucco eaves, slate roofing, and manufactured stone veneer. They have you covered with name brands like Nudura, Drive-It, and Spec Mix. No job is too big or too small. They have the expertise to assist in all your residential or commercial construction needs. The A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Western One Sports. The road to the U.S. Open for tennis continues with day 3 in Washington, D.C., and I think Rafa Hodar steamrolls Kei Nishikori. Hodar has made a rapid ascent up the rankings and gets Nishikori in round 2 today, who's hanging him up at the end of the year. I love a good Hollywood script as much as the next person, but Nishikori has barely been able to play this year because of injuries, and the sweltering humidity in D.C. will do him no favors. Hodar to cover the 4.5 game spread. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time and application may vary. Online health questions required.
Back for the final segment of hour number 1. 10 minutes from now, we'll talk to Braden Gall, 440 Sports. We were asked, you guys keep saying the NCAA suspended him for 3 games, thought it was 2. The NCAA suspended Arion Carter for 3 games. Tennessee filed an appeal, and the suspension was reduced to 2 games. So Arion Carter suspended for 2 games to start the upcoming season. Another text says, please move on. He broke the rules, got caught, appealed, and won, reducing the suspension to 2 games. You wouldn't have wasted the last 60 minutes rant if the first 2 games were Furman and Kennesaw State. Duh. That's the text. I like a good duh at the end of the text. Another text says, simple reason why we got hammered by the NCAA, the power T on the helmet.
I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's fair to wonder that, considering Tennessee has fought back in the past with rulings. I mean, and then the text before that about moving on. I mean, it's really bigger than just Arion Carter and bigger than just missing Georgia Tech. I mean, this is a widespread issue with the lack of consistency across the board, the inability to enforce rules that are broken that's bigger than what Arion Carter did. Like, Arion's not getting a competitive advantage, okay, in doing what he did. But when you have coaches pulling professional players from professional leagues and bringing them back to college, and the NCAA can't do anything about that, like, you are unable to punish them, but you're punishing Arion Carter for trying to act in good faith. Like, that's my issue. It's bigger than just Arion Carter missing 2 games and he's missing Georgia Tech game. That's why I'm upset. So, no, I understand you want to move on because, Arion Carter broke the rules, but this is a bigger issue than just Arion.
Yeah, we will talk about other things. We're going to talk about some football and some recruiting, but we're probably going to talk a lot about the Arion Carter suspension the day that it happens on July 29th, the week before fall camp. That's going to be covered. Cranky Larry texted in a couple times. One, he said, just when you thought UT couldn't come up with any more excuses for a losing season, they now are using their linebacker out for the Furman game as the latest one instead of the coach. Also, did you two get called to the principal's office and told him not to take any more negative calls from that cranky Larry guy.
No, we stopped taking calls from Cranky Larry because his calls are the same every other time he calls, and they wasn't good anymore. That's the answer. So, Larry, I need for you to change it up a little bit, come with a different strategy, a different angle, and call anytime, but call about something different. So that's why we stopped taking your calls, Larry. If you want honesty. And I didn't know we stopped taking the calls, but I'm glad we did because they were the same every time.
It's quite a time in college sports. Quite a time right now. Trying to figure out what's going to happen with the Save College Sports deal. You got Congress involvement. Got a legal battle appearing to come between Ole Miss and a couple of former players at LSU.
As it should. Those players for Ole Miss who signed a contract and then voided their contract or breached their contract should pay Ole Miss some money back. That's obvious that should happen. So I hope that Ole Miss is able to get money back.
We are coming up on 4 hours from running back Asa Barnes' recruiting announcement. We'll come back with Braden Gall of 440 Sports, talking college football right here on Josh and Swain.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast.
I'm your host, Megan Klingenberg, and after interviewing so many dudes during this Men's World Cup, I'm so happy to be back with my U.S. Women's National Team players.
I know the U.S. Men's National Team has changed how I think about myself, how I think about being an American, how I think about being on a team.
It's 1 year out from that World Cup, and we're going to talk about the brightest prospects in U.S. soccer. You ready? I'm ready. Let's do it.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henkel. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky. That's right, you're in Cashville, Kentucky. When you join the winning at the Mint Gaming Hall, winning on our new games, winning with all the new menu items, entertainment, and cash-filled promotions. Cashville, Kentucky is a state of mind. Population? You. Find the fun at the Mint Gaming Hall, Williamsburg. Check out themintgaming.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky.
Is your backyard ready for blooming flowers, sunny afternoons, and family gatherings? Well, Tennessee Deck and Fence can help. We're your local experts in fencing and decks, offering beautiful designs and top quality materials to enhance your home's security and style. And the best part? Our approach is no pressure. We'll work with you to create a dream outdoor space that fits your needs as well as your budget. Don't wait to embrace the beauty of spring. Call Tennessee Deck and Fence today. 865-304-0955 or visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com to schedule your free consultation.
This is Jeff with Monster Tree Service of Knoxville. Our professional crew is equipped to handle even the biggest jobs with superior service and award-winning results. When you need routine tree trimming, expert plant health care, or emergency tree removal, our experts at Monster Tree Service of Knoxville provide the friendly, reliable service you can count on. With expert knowledge and state-of-the-art equipment, we get the job done safely and efficiently. Don't let your tree problem get out of control. Call 865-832-3029 or visit monstertreeservice.com and let us tame your monster.
Entertaining in my home is my favorite thing to do. Just call me Mini Martha Stewart. Hey, it's Heather Harrington. Part of the reason I love being the hostess is that I've got a gorgeous kitchen to entertain in thanks to the crew at Kitchen Sales. Back in 2019, we saw the writing on the old wall. Our kitchen was too small for our growing family. So we knocked out a few walls, moved old cabinetry to new spots, and then installed a new 11 by 4 foot island. It's got storage on both sides. It is so wonderful. And now every meal or party we have is around that island. Kitchen Sales gave me the kitchen of my dreams, and they can do that for you. Or they can give you an organized playroom, an Insta-worthy closet or bathroom that looks great and fits all your needs. Plus, they work with any budget, big or small. And they have 2 locations to serve you. Hoyt Avenue in downtown, just off Cherry Street, or out in West Knoxville in the Town and Country Circle Drive. You can get started online, too, at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid advertisement.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life. Offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer, to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit ImageMattersInc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide on 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports
The
Minute.
Philadelphia Eagles signed star defensive tackle Jalen Carter to an extension worth over $100 million guaranteed. And it seems like a great move, as long as Carter keeps his head on straight. And as far as the Eagles' defense goes, it is absolutely in the running to be the #1 defense in the NFL this season, along with Seattle, Denver, and Houston. The upside very high for the Eagles' defense. I'm Nick Customs.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size, because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Drip Drop is a doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. Head to dripdrop.com now and use promo code RADIO20.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Hope you're having a great day so far. Probably a frustrated day for many Tennessee fans. Tennessee is deep at linebacker, so I'll remind you there. If Tennessee's playing the first 2 games of the season without Arion, they have Amari Campbell as a transfer. They have Edwin Spillman. They have Jeremiah Thielander. They have Jaden Perlotti and some other talented players. So they should still be fine from a personnel standpoint, but there was the big picture conversation with Arion Carter's 2-game suspension as well.
I'm not going to let the NCAA ruin my day because Asa Barnes may pick the Vols today. And anytime you can get a young man like that inside your program, it's a good day. So Tennessee has a chance to lock Asa Barnes down, in-state baller.
Running back from Martin, Tennessee, announcing at 5 o'clock on the Rivals YouTube channel.
And you can compare this class probably to the 2014 class of in-state talent that Tennessee's been able to lock down this year. So that's a conversation for a different day. But right now, it's about our guy Braden Gall from 440 Sports.
Who lives in this state. He is Braden Gall, 440 Sports there in the mid-state. Braden, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. I don't know why I immediately started thinking about how many, Power 5 recruits were in, Tennessee when I was in high school. When I played in 99, I think there were, 5 kids who got, SEC offers or Big Ten offers in the entire state. It's slightly different today, boys. Slightly different.
Yeah, it has grown tremendously, haven't it? Part of it is, I'd say, due to where you are there in the mid-state. That has continued to grow, but throughout the state. Tennessee's top prospect in the state for this year is at Baylor School down in Chattanooga.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, I know my offers rivaled that of Swain's here, but I was very proud of my Tennessee Tech Austin P offer sheet, very proud of that.
By the way, no joke, should be. But among the major offers, the Tennessee level offers, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, Tennessee did not hand out as
Nobody.
many across the state, and that's part of the pitch of why you can bring in big time talent. I know it's not just about recruiting; it's the transfer portal, which is truly nationwide if you're looking for talent. But that radius we talk about, you don't even have to go quite as far sometimes because of the in-state talent.
Well, obviously, I love this topic just because I came up working in the recruiting world, and I love this topic because the Nebraska-Tennessee comp has always been, like, the new rules changed the dynamics of that conversation about who can recruit within is the radius now 6 hours, or is it 12 hours? Like, what's the difference now with NIL and dollars and, payments and all this other stuff? But I always thought the Nebraska-Tennessee comparison was really unfair to Tennessee because it happened at the same time. Like, Tennessee and Nebraska used to be great in the 90s, and then, modern recruiting took over in the early 2000s with the internet, and that changed the radius for Tennessee and for Nebraska. And I'm like, no, it didn't. Like, Nebraska's radius has always been very little talent within 6 hours of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's called flyover country for a reason. And 6 hours from Tennessee, or from Knoxville, is you can go Ohio, you can go Virginia, you can go South Georgia, you can go into Mississippi, you can go Tennessee, you can go North Carolina, Georgia. And every one of those states outside of West Virginia has gotten more talent over the last 30 years. And so I never really understood Tennessee's losing, it's like Nebraska. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. The radius around Knoxville has always been very fertile. It's probably why Tennessee has been very good for 100 and something years when they have good coaches.
Can you explain to me what the SEC was doing last week with the attempts of trying to stake the claim that they're the best conference in the land after the Big Ten has won 3 straight national championships?
Guys,
what were we doing?
How many total kids do we have right now between the three of us? Like 11 or something? One of the things that I assume you two and me and we all try to teach our children at a young age is read the room. You got to understand when to make the joke. You got to understand when to be upset. You got to understand when you can brag, when you need to shut up and be empathetic to somebody else. It's a really important skill to teach young people on that will benefit them in life. And the SEC is correct, in my opinion, that it is the deepest conference in college football, that it's the best conference in college football. But you got to read the room, guys. And if you read the room, you know where that shiny gold trophy is going to be sitting. It's going to be sitting next to every Big Ten coach the following week. They have won 3 different teams, have won 3 different championships. They are making more money. They've always made more money. And the top of the league right now is better, in my opinion, because of coaching. Mm-hmm. And I think Oregon might be the team to win the national championship this year and make it 4 different teams, which would give them even more ammunition to brag. To the victor go the spoils, guys. It doesn't matter if you're right. Do you want to be right or do you want to be married? It's not that different. And you got to read the room, even if you're right, because I do believe that the 9-game conference schedule is absolutely something that the committee should consider. I think their schedules in the SEC are more difficult. I think what makes the schedules more difficult is teams 7 through 15, which in the Big Ten is filled with 5 or 6 pushover teams for teams like Ohio State and Oregon. And that is not the case in the SEC. If you have to play, as we've talked about, if you have to play Auburn, Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee, those are all teams that could be 8-win teams this year. That is the depth of this league is astonishing, and we've added a game. It's all totally true. You just cannot have Nick Saban and every coach and the commissioner and everybody else in what feels like a concerted marketing effort to brag about being the best when the other guy, for the first time in my professional life, the other guy can brag right now. You just got to shut up and read the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Go win it. Get the trophy back. But I think next year maybe they should start with the conference that has the national title gets to go last, have the final media days week. The Big Ten's going last right now. You should get the last podium if you have the trophy. That's how it should go.
Sure. Sign me up. I'd honestly be fine with no media days ever for any conference, but that's a totally different subject.
Yeah, but yes, for sure. Although Nashville hosting next year with the SEC, and you said you lean Oregon, is that right now with Your national championship pick?
I think Notre Dame's number one on my list, but that's a little bit more about that. I think they will be number one going into the playoffs because of their talent, their quarterback, their schedule. Like I just think it sets up for Notre Dame to be almost no worse than 11-1, maybe 12-0 going into the playoffs. So I have Notre Dame at number one. I would have Georgia and Texas and Oregon at 2, 3, and 4. And I think Oregon's the pick Ohio State's really good. They could end up being great, and they could win the whole thing. I think they certainly are in a better position than Indiana in terms of what they're bringing back with Swain and Smith. But, I just think there's something about Dan Lanning. There's something about Oregon. They're bringing back maybe one of the best quarterbacks in the country. They've got the talent. They brought a bunch of guys back on defense that could have gone pro. They did the Michigan thing. They did the retain thing. And last year, they did the transfer thing like Ohio State. Like, they're learning all the lessons that Michigan, Ohio State, and Indiana have shown everybody, and Oregon is just kind of built to this moment. And how many games has Dan Lanning lost? What is it, 6 total? And who are they to? Oh, they're to Ohio State twice, who won the national championship. They lost to Indiana, who won the national championship. They lost to Washington twice, who played in the national championship game. I think that's all of them. I think that's all the losses. So I'll take Oregon, Georgia, Texas, and Notre Dame as the best 4 teams in the country right now. And again, you got to go Indiana, Ohio State probably right after that. And that is why as a Big Ten fan, you can say we have 3 straight championships and we have 3 teams that can win the national title. I don't know if the SEC has a 3rd team that can win the national title. But I think the depth after those top 3 in the Big Ten, if you're telling me you want USC and Michigan and Iowa and Penn State, I will absolutely take Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma, LSU. I'll take all of those teams over the next tier in the Big Ten every single time. And that's why I think the SEC is deeper. It is better, but you just can't brag about it right now until the season gets started.
What's been your take on the jersey patches sponsorships? We saw LSU kind of was the first big team. And in this week so far, Notre Dame, Ohio State dropped some big numbers with their jersey patch. And if those programs are doing it, then pretty much any big-time historical program with a lot of history could do the same thing, including Tennessee.
Yeah, I do think we all need to acknowledge through this conversation I don't think SEC fans understand the power of the Ohio State and Notre Dame brands. And that's not to say that they're the best teams or whatever, but I don't think this is always why the Big Ten had the first ESPN contract in the early 90s. It's why the Big Ten has made more money. Even when the SEC won 13 straight championships, the Big Ten was still making more money. There are just more people in one city of Chicago than there are in almost all of the states in the SEC. And so 18 million, 17 million, 20 million a year for Ohio State and Notre Dame, those are maybe two of the biggest brands in the entire country. I think Alabama's a huge brand. LSU, these are big brands, but the alumni bases and the populations of the state, they're just not even comparable to what's going on in the North. And so what's interesting to me, though, and this is where I go with this, as a total graphic design, I worked for a magazine for 17 years, nerd. You got to make the patch color match the uniform colors. That's it. That's where I get frustrated about this. If you have if it's whatever product, let's say Tennessee puts on their uniform, it needs to match the uniform. It needs to be orange and white, even if your brand is red. Every company in America has a black and white logo. Every company in America has a logo where their primary colors are not used. Now, in a perfect world, if you are Tyson Chicken, for example, and your colors have some red in it, just take the yellow or the orange out of it, match the red to Arkansas, and it still looks like Tyson Chicken or whatever. So I think, is it the Celtics that have the GE logo that is green? I think that's what it is. Match the logo to the uniform. It's less invasive. You still get the brand value out of it as a company. I think it looks classier and cleaner. But if you're going to throw if there's going to be some random purple branding on the Tennessee orange uniform, I just think that's going to look really cheap, and it's going to devalue, in my opinion, what you're paying for as a company, which is to be tied to the Tennessee football brand. And so I don't know. That makes me a super nerd. I get that. That's not an answer you're going to get from other people. But these schools have to make money, man. You got to make money. Texas A&M, like as a Green Bay Packers fan, I know what it's like to go to a game around Lambeau Field, and they have these like Airbnbs and these houses that are converted into these like little suites that are really modern and contemporary and very cool. And Texas A&M building like an entire row of suites next to the stadium, kind of like Tennessee doing what they're going to do. Like, I know it's controversial to some people, but you've got to find ways to enhance the experience and charge more money. And that's just where we're at in college athletics.
As Braden reminds us often, money's the answer. What is the question? And that continues to be the topic. By the way, I know you got to go. You'll appreciate this, though. As a Packers fan, there is a Packers fan listener who regularly sends us photoshopped pics of Swain from his Tennessee days in Packers uniforms because Swain is a Bears fan and has admitted, hey, I'm just going to harass Swain through your show's text box. So go, Pack, go, it says in the text box quite often.
Perfect example of not reading the room, okay? For 50 years, we can brag about this. Thanks, Jay Cutler, for our Super Bowl. As a Tennessee alumni and a Packers fan, wonderful experience for me personally, guys. But, like, right now, after that atrocity last season, we cannot say anything to the Bears right now. For the first time in my 44 years on this earth, we are not allowed to talk about the worthless and meaningless and mostly dysfunctional Chicago Bears. That what they did last year, you got to tip your cap and read the room.
Yeah, what happened in the wild card there? You don't have to talk about that now.
Man, come on, guys.
Hey,
look, I just gave you.
Yeah.
Gave it to you, all right? Don't kick the horse while it's dead, all right?
That's fair. That's fair. What's going on at 440 Sports out the door?
Just all kinds of stuff, guys. We got 12 shows. We got Predators coverage. We got Nashville SC coverage. We got Titans coverage. We got SEC coverage. We got media coverage. You name it, we've got it. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on socials, and check us out on the podcast channel that you use, the app that you use, whatever it is you use. 440 Sports. I guarantee you'll find something you like. We got great reporters who've covered this stuff for longer than almost anybody. I promise you, come check us out. You'll like it.
440 Sports. Go check them out. Braden, we appreciate the time as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep. No glaze, boys.
Thank you, Braden. Braden Gall on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline.
Don't worry. The spanking's coming again this year, too, Packer fans.
Dylan says Swain's under his breath scoff at Braden Gall saying he's a Packers fan is the pettiness I listen for every day.
Oh, y'all heard it?
Mm-hmm.
My bad. My bad. I didn't think I was that close to the mic. Didn't think you would hear it.
These are quality microphones for the audience.
I'm sorry.
865-656-9900. We'll talk more Tennessee football. We'll talk to Austin Price at 1:30. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock as we are presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
New backpacks, new schedules, new routines. Now give your home a fresh start with Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of insanely clean carpets plus a free hallway for just $119. And you can save more than $100 on professional air duct and dryer vent cleaning bundle to help everyone breathe a little easier this school year. You can find them online. Book today at ZeroResKnoxville.com. Zero Res. Spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we know you're no stranger to setting big goals, whether in school, at work, or in life, and you're ready for more. At UMGC, we offer the skills-based education you need to move your career forward. Learn how to apply AI, data science, and other emerging tech, plus gain skills in leadership and critical thinking. You've come far. Succeed again. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Any day of the week could be a special day. Birthdays, anniversaries, they always pop up. And if you ever need to pop in and buy a beautiful piece of jewelry, you can always do it. South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. It's the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers. Every single piece of jewelry I'm wearing right now, I'm like looking down my engagement ring, my bracelet that I got for my 40th birthday, my diamond stud earrings, my little gold huggy earrings, all came from TK Wheeler Jewelers. Wide range of selection. They've got multicolored gemstone sets. They've got beautiful diamonds. They've got a huge bridal jewelry selection for you. What you might not know about TK Wheeler Jewelers is that they can also turn your unwanted jewelry into cash. They're purchasing right now a wide range of precious metals, diamonds, gemstones, everything from fine jewelry to old broken pieces that you no longer want or wear. You can put money in your pocket from TK Wheeler Jewelers. They're proudly buying and selling jewelry for over 50 years here in East Tennessee. It's my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky. That's right, you're in Cashville, Kentucky. When you join the winning at the Mint Gaming Hall, winning on our new games, winning with all the new menu items, entertainment, and cash-filled promotions. Cashville, Kentucky is a state of mind. Population, you. Find the fun at the Mint Gaming Hall, Williamsburg. Check out themintgaming.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky.
The people are coming. They come in airplanes and moving vans. Every day, we welcome 500 new residents to Tennessee. We cannot let them price us out. It's a challenge our next governor has to solve. I'm John Rose. I'm the 8th generation on our family farm. My boys will be the 9th generation. We need a Tennessee where all our kids and grandkids can afford to make their own future. I'm running for governor to keep Tennessee affordable, to keep China from buying up our farmland, and keep our school curriculum under our control. I'll work to control property taxes for longtime residents and defend our culture. If you want to keep Tennessee, Tennessee, I need your support for governor. I'm John Rose, and I am applying to do the job.
For governor, John Rose. Keep Tennessee, Tennessee. Paid for by Rose for Tennessee. Jeff Aiken, Treasurer.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900 is the number to be part of the show. We will talk to Austin Price at the start of next segment. We'll get a preview of Asa Barnes' announcement. He's a running back from Martin, Tennessee, who will make his commitment known publicly at 5 o'clock today on the Rivals channel. We'll talk Tennessee football, as the story today has been the 2-game suspension for Arion Carter to start the season. Initially a 3-game suspension from the NCAA regarding a $427 plane flight that was paid for by his agent while Carter went through the draft process. Carter, of course, decided to return to college. He repaid the $427, was given a 3-game suspension. Tennessee appealed, and it is a 2-game suspension. Now, 1 week from today, Tennessee will begin fall camp, and the attention will turn back to football on the field. Carter can practice with the team with the suspension, just focus on those 2 games.
I mean, you treat this like an injury. Next man up. You know, it sucks for Arion. You feel for him. He is, done things the right way. He's put himself behind the team. He's a team-first guy, and, man, it don't always work out for you all the time when you want it to, but it will. It will. So you learn from this moment. You come back bigger and stronger and faster and better. And I think Arion will do that. So there's some positives to take away from it, from the linebacker room. Arion, hey, you get opportunity to be fresher, right? And come back. I hate the 2 games taken away from him. But if he wants to, he can come back next year too. Get that 5th year.
Arion is just a 4th-year player.
Yeah.
It's now a 5-year college setup. So if he wants to, he can play 2 more seasons.
Yeah,
he can get those 2 games back next year.
He can. Yeah, he can. It stinks, but you have to make the best out of a crappy situation, and it is crappy.
But the game still has to be played, and Tennessee should still be, I would guess, a nice favorite at Georgia Tech. Doesn't mean it's a guaranteed win, but Tennessee should be the better team going into that game, even without Arion Carter.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to replace his experience and then the speed that comes with it. I mean, you look at we got a chance to see him Monday in passing, and he is built different than he was last year. But this group will have opportunity to play some other guys, and a guy like T. Lander, who is experienced, that was a starter last year. I mean, it's a good opportunity for him because with Amari Campbell coming over and then Arion coming back, it appeared like he was going to be the odd man out. But, now with Arion missing the first two games, it's going to be important for T. Lander to step up too.
Yep. Georgia Tech will have an offense with inexperience at quarterback as well. They will lean on the running game. They had Justice Haynes come in as a transfer from Michigan with the style of offense that they will have with Brent Key. They have a new offensive coordinator as their OC went to Florida with John Summerall. We will come back with Austin Price of AllQuest joining us thanks to Colossal Productions. That's next right here on Josh and Swain.
Be here this afternoon at 5 for 30 uninterrupted minutes of talking sports. Breaking only to give you 30-second traffic updates and then straight back to sports. No Huddle, powered by USS, proud ball sponsor and foundation expert United Structural Systems. For all your foundation and waterproofing needs.
Hey, guarantee their best.
Call USS. No Huddle this afternoon at 5.
Leaky pipes.
Oh, no.
Toilets clogged.
Oh, crap.
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call Valley Plumbing at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
The NCAA has suspended Tennessee linebacker Arion Carter for the first 2 games of the season for accepting a $427 flight from an agent after he declared for the NFL draft. The senior played through a foot injury late last season. After declaring for the draft, he aggravated the injury and needed surgery, and ultimately decided to return to Tennessee for another season. In a statement, Vols coach Josh Heupel said Carter disengaged from the agent and repaid him for the flight in January. The NCAA reportedly suspended Carter for 3 games originally, but reduced the suspension to 2 games after an appeal by the university. Carter will miss Tennessee season opener against Furman on September 5th and then a road game at Georgia Tech the following weekend. He will be eligible to make his season debut on September 19th against Kennesaw State. Major League Baseball games tonight. The Braves take on the Mets at 7:10. White Sox get the Yankees at 7:40. Cubs get the Cardinals at 7:45. And the Dodgers get the Mariners at 10. I'm Joel Silverberg.
I'm VFL Sterling Hinton, and it's
38 days until
it's football time in Tennessee.
This countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. People helping people since 1934.
Upgrade your outdoor space with a beautiful new deck from Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fencing experts, offering top quality materials and expert craftsmanship. The best part? Our design consultations are free with no pressure. We'll work with you to create a deck that perfectly fits your style and budget. Don't miss out on the summer fun. Call Tennessee Deck and Fence today, 865-304-0955. Or you can visit them online, TennesseeDeckandFence.com, to schedule your free consultation. Tennessee Deck and Fence, building memories one deck at a time.
Your home isn't just where life happens, it's where it begins. At Red Door Homes, they make building your dream home simple with over 30 customizable floor plans for your land, all with transparent pricing and a full 10-year structural warranty for peace of mind that lasts. New this year, Red Door has developments in Hardin Valley, Maryville, Alcoa, and North Knoxville, closer than ever to where you want to live. Red Door Homes, built for life, built for you. Learn more at reddoorhomestm.com.
Do you have a house and you need to sell it fast, but you just don't know how to make it happen? I have a solution. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me 7 days a week at 865-500-3711. Every week I work with homeowners who want a simple way to sell their house without fixing it up or waiting months for a buyer. We buy houses as is for cash. and you pick a closing date that works for you. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether it's pretty or ugly, I'll buy it. If you're ready to sell your house fast and move on, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
Sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their two amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales, Kitchen Sales. Cabinets and countertops, we are the place to shop. Come on down.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 commit area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
I'm David Brewster, owner of Aqua Clear Water Systems. The next time you're hauling heavy bottles of water, think, why am I doing this? With an award-winning Connecticut water system from Aqua Clear, I could make my own clean, fresh water. Better than bottled. Give us a call at 865-694-1725 or find us on the web at aquaclearws.com.
Aqua Clear, we'll change your water. It'll change your life.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Temperatures are building into the mid to upper 80s. Thankfully, humidity will be much less than what we saw at the start of your week, looking at sunshine returning by the afternoon. We'll stay dry as we head throughout the day and continue that trend for your Thursday. Mostly sunny skies are expected with high temperatures in the mid 80s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Dusmall.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We are with you for another 90 minutes on today's show, and we are excited to go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline to talk to Austin Price. He covers Tennessee football recruiting for VolQuest.com, and joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions. Austin, appreciate the time as always. Want to get into some football with camp now just a week away. There is news, of course, today with the 2-game suspension for Arion Carter at the start of the season. What do you think with that news for Arion, how it affects Tennessee at the beginning of the season?
I think if it's going to happen at a position, Josh, it's probably the best position that it could happen at in terms of just the quality depth that Tennessee has at the linebacker spot. Not ideal. It's a joke of a ruling. It's a joke of a decision. Let's call it what it is. And I would say the same if it were a player at Texas or Ryan Williams at Alabama or Gunnar Stockton at Georgia or whoever. I mean, at the end of the day, if the money was paid back, it doesn't matter. I saw Adam Sparks tweet about the NCAA's thought process here is, well, it's an NFL agent. They're all agents. Marketing agents, NFL agents. They're all the same. They're in charge of getting their client as much money as they can. And so if the money was paid back, then I just feel like this is a typical tone-deaf NCAA decision where they feel like, I'm gonna make myself feel good, so I'm gonna punish this. Like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it is what it is. Tennessee will have to try to go win at Georgia Tech without Arion unless something happens between now and then, and we'll see what happens.
When you mean something happens, you mean the NCAA possibly understanding the error of their own ways, or do you think Tennessee should take this a step further and hit up a local courtroom? Or do you think Tennessee should just accept the terms and just roll with the 2-game suspension?
I'm by no means a lawyer. I'm by no means someone who understands a lot of that stuff. But in my mind, I would find some way to get an injunction after Furman, get him eligible for Georgia Tech by some local judge, and then cancel it out the Monday after that, and then set out against Kennesaw State. That's what I would do. If you're not going to go for the full thing and just try to get it, totally wiped clean. Again, this is all it's just stupid. And to think that the NCAA is going to see the error of their ways, that would be the first ever if they do that. Again, it's just stupid. It's tone deaf. It's the inability to read the room in an era, as Trey Wallace put it, where more rules have probably been broken yesterday that were far worse than any of this. This is just so dumb. Like, in an era where guys are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, we're talking about $427 that was paid back. $427. So basically, the equivalent of like going and buying a TV at Costco. It blows my mind, the level of lunacy and stupidity that the NCAA routinely has.
Austin Price, VolQuest.com, on with us each week thanks to Colossal Productions. This time next week, Tennessee will have had its first fall practice. Which position group are you going to go over and see first during the open period? Are you going to the quarterbacks first? You go somewhere else? Where do you begin your practice viewing?
I think everybody's going to go to the quarterbacks because that's the hotly contested battle right now to see Tennessee's starting quarterback's going to be, see what Faison looks like after having a really strong spring in the summer months, see what kind of growth Georgia's had. If I'm not going quarterbacks, I'm probably going defensive line or safeties is probably where I would lean, where my eyes would be come next week. But again, the first couple of days where they're out there in T-shirts and shorts, it's probably best just to stick with the quarterbacks and receivers and maybe the safeties. Doing anything line of scrimmage-wise, doesn't make a whole lot of sense in terms of the fact that, they can't really hit anybody. And
yeah, you mentioned the defensive line group. What do you think of the defensive line? Some names maybe you're paying attention to there to see how they perform, not just day one, of course, but to get ready for the start of the season.
I like them. I really do. I think I surprised Hubbs and Matt Ray and some of the guys when we did our Tuesday podcast. Like, they're the group that I actually have more confidence in than a lot of people are giving them credit for. I think they're a deeper unit than people give them credit for. Now, there is some inexperience there, but I think the talent is there, and the way that Jim Knowles and Rodney Garner, want to use David Hobbs and players like that is something that I'm very intrigued by and looking forward to kind of seeing how they go about things, because I think that, Hobbs will play some tackle, but I think there's some strong side defensive end in David Hobbs' future at Tennessee this fall I like what Marion Dye brings to the table. I like what Tyree Weathersby's done this offseason. Nathan Robinson stayed healthy. I think he continues to get better. Xavier Gillum has as much buzz as anybody on the defensive line. And a young freshman like J.J. Finch is someone who I know Rodney Garner is extremely high on and will be pushing all through fall camp to see how much he can get out of him once the season gets here.
It's time for you to go Marshawn Lynch, AP, and say, you know why I'm here, and that's because of the recruiting news. Asa Barnes is going to announce today the four-star running back from West Tennessee, and then also, AP, there's been some talk about Tennessee possibly targeting a committed player that's highly rated, too, that came out there, Rivals, a couple days ago. So your thoughts on all of that good stuff?
I'm here just so I don't get fined. I look at Asa Barnes, and I love his mentality. He's going to announce coming up here at 5 o'clock Eastern on the Rivals YouTube channel. And expected to pick Tennessee, a young man who catches the ball a lot of the backfield, has really good hands. If you watch his huddle film, I mean, he's a big play after big play, runs with a lot of vision. I feel like he reminds me of like an Arian Foster in terms of just like you don't think he's running that fast until you're there watching him, and you're like, okay, this guy can put him up, and do really, really well. He catches the ball in the backfield well, like Arian Foster did. I'm not saying he goes on to that career. I'm just saying that he has some traits that I like to foster. And then you talk about DJ Jacobs, the Ohio State commit. Tennessee's going to continue to swing there. He has a long, deep-rooted relationship with Rodney Garner. This is something more than just his dad played for Rodney. I mean, those sides have known each other, DJ's entire life, DJ's younger brother's entire life. Obviously, Rodney was instrumental in, David Jacobs and his path, and then path after football ended down at Georgia. So, Tennessee will keep swinging there. There's some things that I think check the boxes for Tennessee in terms of, when they eventually start, figuring out, they sticking with Ohio State. Do they want to, give somebody else a look? Tennessee seems to me like has the most momentum there, has some things I think in their favor that work well when in terms of younger brother will be a senior a year from now. So being able to watch him play on Friday night and then, 3 hours up to Knoxville is a lot better than trying to get to Columbus after, and let's face it, Ohio State plays a lot of noon games. There's some things that just check off for Tennessee. But again, that's one Tennessee's been working on. They'll continue to work on, and we'll see what happens.
And is it correct, is Tennessee recruiting Dawson Jacobs, his younger brother, that you mentioned there as well?
Absolutely, and he's more the interior defensive lineman than the edge guy that DJ is.
Austin, did we miss anything, and what can people check out at VolQuest.com now or coming up?
No, I think we've covered a little bit of everything, the NCAA's lunacy and then recruiting and the position battles as we open fall camp a week from now. And so it'll be, what will we talk about going forward? No DGG. Asa Barnes is going to be off the board. I guess we'll actually talk about football for a change.
Yeah, Austin, I can't tell you how ready I am to actually talk about football, some kind of football on the field. This time next week, we will have done so. Austin, we appreciate the time as always. Again, you can read his work at VolQuest.com and hear him on our show each week thanks to Colossal Productions. Thank you, Austin. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Austin Price joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. If you're planning a big event, you will appreciate Colossal Productions and what they can do for that event. With their massive mobile LED screens, you can see exactly what we're talking about when we brag about Colossal Productions on their website, colossalproductions.com. Massive mobile LED screens. We've used them at our station for events. They've been around town at big events. They'll be at the big Labor Day Festival, Sunday, September 6th at World's Fair Park. You'll see Colossal Productions. Awesome people, locally based, with a great opportunity for your next big event.
Yeah, if you can find a way to use Colossal Productions, I would do it. I mean, the setup that they have, man, is second to none. It's truly, truly, truly special. And it helps, too, that they're good people.
Yep.
So try to use them any opportunity that you have.
Yep. And by the way, whatever event you're planning, get your free quote, no time. They will help your next event go to an even bigger level. You can call 865-236-1850, 236-1850, or get online, colossalproductions.com. We'll come back. We'll continue the Tennessee football conversation. We invite you to be part of it at 865-656-9900. Thank you for being with us as we continue today's show on Josh and Swain.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
At the Y, strength means something different. In this place, it's not just lifting weights. It's all of us showing up and doing our thing. Kids in the pool and on the court, swimming, shooting, playing, mom and dad finding their rhythm, yoga, heavy lifting, moving. 5 YMCA locations, no contracts, just community. You can look all you want, but there's still no place like this place. Join the Y today at ymcaetn.org.
The 13th Annual Covenant Health Big Kahuna Labor Day Festival returns to World's Fair Park on Sunday, September 6th. The festival has become one of the best culinary and fireworks events in the region, with 100% of proceeds going to charity. So don't miss out on all the action of Flavor Day weekend. Get ready for wings, cooking and eating competitions, live entertainment, kids activities, and the most immersive pyro musical fireworks show around.
Tickets on sale now at bkwfestival.com. That's bkwfestival.com.
Do you want your next event to be the one they'll be talking about for years? Whether a watch party, wedding, tailgate, or corporate event, it's time to make your event legendary. With Colossal Productions, future celebrations will never be the same after you experience one of our colossal 14 or 16-foot video walls. Whether a business owner, event planner, or party thrower, Colossal Productions has a video wall that will make your next get-together unlike any other. See the visuals for yourself at colossalproductions.com and book yours today. Colossal Productions, where every event becomes legendary.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Learning is tough enough, but big tech engineered distractions that make it even harder for kids to focus.
Conservative Marsha Blackburn. When no one else would, she took on big tech to protect our kids from dangerous content. Now she's fighting to take back our classrooms.
My plan? Bell to bell, no cell.
As our next governor, Marsha Blackburn will eliminate cell phones in the classroom to help move Tennessee students from distractions to success. She'll take away the bureaucratic barriers holding back our schools and give teachers and students the help they need to make Tennessee education the envy of the country. Conservative Marsha Blackburn. Trump trusted. Tennessee first.
No more posting, no scrolling. Here in Tennessee schools, we're going to learn.
Standing up for our kids, fighting for Tennessee. Marsha Blackburn for governor. Paid for and authorized by Marsha for Governor, Treasurer Glenn Jacobs.
Every day is the perfect day to invest in your health. If you're dealing with migraines, digestive issues, chronic pain, or constant fatigue, Marble City Family Chiropractic is here to help. Doctors Jason and Alicia Bloom provide personalized chiropractic care for every age, from newborns to seniors. Their approach is rooted in the 5 essentials of health and healing, focusing on nutrition, exercise, spinal correction, and a mindset shift toward lifelong wellness. Call Marble City Family Chiropractic today, 865-766-2081, or visit MarbleCityChiropractic.com to schedule your consultation today.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. This is the final segment of hour number 2. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. NFL training camps underway across the league. College football gets going next week with Tennessee opening up fall camp 1 week from today. Remember, Tennessee practices in the morning, so this time next week, practice 1 will be complete. We have this text from Tony. I like this one. Tony says, if Heupel lets Arion miss one snap, I will rage. To hell with the NCAA. So I guess Tony is in the camp of just play him anyway.
I don't think that is the approach that I would take because, okay, the rules are broken. Fine. For me, it's about the length of the suspension, the severity of the punishment. I think it's a little heavy-handed. It's a little overboard. But, okay, Tony, let's do it.
I love the attitude. I love the passion that Tony and I know other fans have because this isn't the first time I've seen this idea of just play him anyway. But I don't think that's going to go great with Greg Sankey, with other league members, or I know it's a non-conference game. You're just creating probably more problems in the future if you trot out a player who everybody knows has been suspended by the NCAA, which Tennessee and Georgia Tech and all the other schools are members.
Yeah, I mean, I would be a hypocrite if I said, hey, just go out there and play him and, try to get an injunction because, hey, the rules were clearly broken. Do I think the rules are, a little old? Yeah, I mean, I think they need to be adjusted because, like what Austin Price said, I mean, hey, everybody's agent. Mm-hmm. So who cares if it's an NFL agent? I mean, the NFL agents are better for our college prospects than the agents that have come out of nowhere during the NIL era because they're clearly taking advantage of these players, charging a higher price and engaging in tampering. So, like, if anything, the NFL agents, they've handled things better than these new college agents over the last couple of years. But, hey, the rules are broken. Just suspend them for a half or a game. I just don't think if you're Tennessee with what happened with Ole Miss and Texas Tech and all these schools that have got injunctions, you don't want to fall into that group of schools that have done it. Like you've already kind of took your swing at the NCAA and won. You might want to just go ahead and take the L on this one.
We can all, maybe not everybody, many of us can agree the punishment doesn't fit the crime, but when you're punished, serve the punishment, continue on. Yeah. That would not be the best look, in my opinion. Now, Andrew suggests, hey, just pull Jameis Winston. Go out there and warm up in full pads. Remember when he was suspended at Florida State and Jim was, what are you doing?
That was so
Send him back to the locker room.
Yeah, that was great. Your parents suspended you or punished you and said you can't go out and hang out with your friends, but Friday night you get dressed and you about to leave the house. See what your parents are going to say. That's the right move to make right there. Just see if you can get away with it. I don't think Josh Heupel was going to do that, though.
Barry says the NCAA is like carrying mail on horseback. Need to get with the times.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
Yep. They tried some other areas, but clearly this is an area that they have not addressed. They need to update kind of the.
Has this rule slipped through the cracks? We have these annual updates.
I think it has.
Maybe this one, they weren't paying attention enough.
I think this one slipped through the cracks. This is so 2002.
Yeah.
This is a very, very old rule.
This reminds me of when Dante Stallworth declared for the draft and then changed his mind. He wanted to come back, fought for the opportunity. I don't remember how long that period of time lasted, but he was unsuccessful and decided, I'll just stay in the draft. And that worked out. He was a first-round pick. But there was a period of time, but that was part of the issue, that he had accepted these gifts from agents, impermissible, and was trying to fight to pay back to be able to return and just decided to stick with the draft. It's more than 20 years ago.
Yeah, this reminded me of a Reggie Bush punishment. They were, what? Agents?
Yeah.
We thinking kids for agents?
Yeah, we've had multiple messages saying, what's even the benefit? He paid it back. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
He paid it back. That's why I said give him a half-game suspension. May not like that, but nobody's going to make a big deal of that. it's a reminder, hey, this rule does exist, and everybody can move on. 3 games initially, 2 games after an appeal, feels like way too much.
You think there's a younger linebacker in the room that had the Drake response the same way Drake had when the Warriors played the Raptors in the NBA Finals and KD tore his Achilles and Drake appeared to be all distraught.
Arion can't play. Oh,
disappointed. Oh, man, he can't play. This is only going to help my chances of playing. Dang it.
I guess I'll have to get out there for you, Arion.
Golly, man. Hey, Arion, I got your back, man. I'm playing for you this game.
Coach Knowles, I'm going out there for Arion.
Dang it. I was truly looking forward to sitting on the bench and watching Arion play, but I guess I got to go in and play now. Dang it. I mean, when Jonathan Wade got hurt in the Fresno State game, or the Marshall game, trying to lower the boom on someone that hurt his shoulder, and he was kind of listed in front of me, and I was like, dang it, man. I guess I got to go out there and play now. Make plays.
Rest up, get better, Jay Wade.
Oh, man. I got you, Jay Wade. I'm going to play for you, my man.
Did you ever not have your helmet when it was time to go in? Did you ever have one of those situations pop up?
No, I always have my helmet.
Okay.
Got to stay ready, so you have to get ready.
That's a good point.
I stay ready now.
We're ready for hour number 3. It's coming up right here on Josh and Swain.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-793-8074 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-793-8074. That's 800-793-8074. What do you have to lose? Call 800-793-8074. Again, 800-793-8074.
Stanley Fence, the first name in fencing for East Tennessee. Stanley Fence has 4 to 6 foot chain link fencing in galvanized or black vinyl coated finishes, plus aluminum fencing, all in stock with no long wait times. Get a free gate with every residential chain link fence installation. Want a custom look? Stanley Fence has cut pyramid, Gothic, and French Gothic wood post tops in-house. No middleman, just craftsmanship. Call 865-254-3844 or go to StanleyFence.com to schedule your appointment. Stanley Fence, family owned, operated, and the first name for fencing in East Tennessee.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky. That's right, you're in Cashville, Kentucky. When you join the winning at the Mint Gaming Hall, winning on our new games, winning with all the new menu items, entertainment, and cash-filled promotions. Cashville, Kentucky is a state of mind. Population? You. Find the fun at the Mint Gaming Hall, Williamsburg. Check out themintgaming.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
A farm, a family, and a tradition of premium fresh sausage that's lasted almost a century. Using only the freshest ingredients and finest cuts of meat for flavor that is locked in instantly. Each bite of Swaggerty's Farm sausage transports you back to a warm, cozy southern kitchen, leaving you satisfied and ready to take on the day. Swaggerty's Farm, quite possibly the best tasting sausage in America. Now available at your local retailers.
Hey guys, Trevor Bain here. When I'm on the racetrack, I always look for ways to go further, faster. And when it comes to banking, I need a checking account that does the same. Rewards checking from Southeast Bank pays me cash back with every debit card purchase over $10, gets me ACH deposits up to 3 days early, and has no monthly service fees, taking my wallet the extra mile. Rewards checking from Southeast Bank. Checking that takes you further. Visit southeastbank.com or visit your nearest branch to open an account today.
Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
I know there can be a lot of uncertainty involved in planning your financial life. Modern retirement strategies demand an approach that acknowledges the unpredictability of markets, increasing life expectancies, and the ever-changing economic system that surrounds personal finance. Hi, this is Jim Brogan, and at Brogan Financial, we serve our clients in helping them achieve their life goals for retirement and beyond. Visit us online at broganfinancial.com to learn more about how to take control of your financial future.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. The Eagles are signing defensive tackle Jalen Carter to a new 4-year, $152 million contract. Carter, over the last couple of seasons, has played like one of the best defensive tackles in football. Carter's extension becomes the richest in NFL history for a defensive tackle. I'm Chris Black.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us as we begin the third and final hour of the show. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We are on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. Joel Silverberg producing for us as always. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. About 30 minutes ago, we talked to Austin Price of VolQuest. We talked about the 2-game suspension for Arion Carter to begin the season, as well as recruiting. Asa Barnes will announce now in 3 hours on the Rivals YouTube channel, Swain. So a running back from Martin, Tennessee, set to announce with Tennessee the expected pick. And also, you asked him about a story that I think got a good amount of attention yesterday from Rivals, and that is the recruitment of DJ Jacobs, who is a 5-star edge from Roswell, Georgia, who is currently committed to Ohio State, remains committed to Ohio State, but Tennessee continues to push thanks to the family's strong relationship with defensive line coach Rodney Garner. Jacob's father played for Garner at Georgia, so that is a recruitment to continue to pay attention to.
Yeah, Tennessee should use those relationships to try to force a flip for the number 1 player in the country, one of the best edge players in the country. And, if you're Ohio State, you can't take Tennessee for granted. You can't just underestimate Tennessee just because, hey, you won a championship and, you have all this prestige and you've had all this success in recent years. DGG has proven that you better take this serious if you're recruiting against Tennessee, because Tennessee is going to be really, really smart in how they recruit Jacobs, the same way they were very smart in how they landed DGG. So it'll be a sprint to the finish for sure. And Miami's in the mix as well, too.
Right. Miami continues to recruit DJ Jacobs. And this also continues the recruiting rivalry, as you're talking about there, between Tennessee and Ohio State and Tennessee and Ohio State fans. By the way, I had some Ohio State fans yesterday because I shared the Steve Wiltfong article. He did the interview with Jacobs' father and shared the quote when Jacobs was asked would his son sign with Ohio State, and his father said, quote, "As of today, yes, but you know how this stuff goes." And I don't know if some of the Ohio State fans just stopped in the middle of the article, but I had several replies say, he didn't say that. The quote's directly in the story. I even had a couple people send me screenshots of other quotes saying he didn't say that, he said this. What's going on there?
Special group of people, man. I mean, a direct quote, and you are going to argue against a direct quote.
From the article that I shared.
Yeah.
So every fan base has their own section. Every fan base. But
Seems like it.
It's been a fun back and forth with Tennessee and Ohio State, and it looks like it will continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's quieted down. It's been a little quiet lately. It's died down a little bit. But that push from Tennessee to bring in Jacobs, that has not died down. That's turned up a little bit, man. The heat is on.
Yeah. There's been more attention on a story we talked about a lot yesterday. That is the jersey patch for Ohio State with J.P. Morgan Chase, very lucrative.
Yeah.
And then not long after that, a deal potentially worth even more for Notre Dame with SoFi. And there's more attention on that. The race is on for more money.
Yeah, it looks like that Ohio State, Notre Dame, very smart to kind of sit back and wait, let the market kind of set itself. LSU went out there, big program, not a top 10 program as far as value, but certainly a very valuable program. And so they went out and got their deal, and Tennessee is one of those top 10 teams. Texas is number 1, Ohio State, Notre Dame in the top 5, but now – if you're Texas, you probably feel like you can command easy $20 million per year.
Sure.
And if you're Tennessee, you should feel like you can command $15 million a year or so. So, the market's been set. Now it's about going out and getting the right deal and the right fit.
Right. And there are different ways you can do it. You can do it sports-specific. I saw BYU. It's somewhat self-promotional, but they have a deal with the academic side. So BYU will have BYU Continuing Education as a sponsor for their Olympic sports programs. So they are getting support for the Olympic sports through BYU Continuing Education.
Cool.
Hey, BYU's got some money. Don't.
Oh, I know. I saw them go out and get A.J. DeMonta. Paid him $7 million last year.
Yep. They made a run at Chaz Lanier. It was Tennessee, Kentucky, and BYU. BYU was offering big money.
BYU was offering the most money. So we know the BYU got money, and they were able to keep Penn State away from hiring their coach, too. So we know they got deep pockets there.
Yeah, BYU, Indiana last year, Texas Tech, they are reminders that the landscape has changed a little bit.
Very much so.
That's why a program like Ole Miss has to be taken more seriously than we would have 20 years ago.
Man, I'm so glad that I wouldn't be put in that position where, like, BYU would be recruiting and they would offer more money, because that would be very, very, very difficult to turn down. But I'm a homebody like you, Josh Ward, so it could have worked out. Football, school, home. Now, some of my teammates wouldn't have lasted a week at BYU.
A little stricter.
Yeah. But, yeah, they got big money, man. And you got to have it if you're going to compete. You got to have it.
We're asked in the text box sent through the app, with DJ Jacobs, is there a conflict of interest with Adidas, since Tennessee and Miami are both trying to recruit him? We're the flagship school. Would they help us or stay out of the recruit?
Well, I think if you're Adidas, you offer the same amount. Like from you, if I'm Adidas, I say, all right, Tennessee, Miami, here's the amount that we are going to offer you to help bring him in.
Yeah.
And I guess I would make it the same number, I guess, and then let the schools decide how much more above that number they want to go.
Yeah, you're going to have recruits consider multiple Adidas schools plenty of times.
Yeah. But if you're Adidas, like, how do you handle that? But we are the flagship. Remember, Tony Vitello joined us and told us the story about how Nike was pushing one of their top prospects to go to Oregon over us. And we both were Nike schools. So maybe we are the Oregon here for Adidas. Maybe they push kids to Adidas more than anybody else. Or Tennessee more than anybody else. We'll see. That's one of those things, hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
And you have money that comes from other areas, too.
Yeah.
So it's not just going to Adidas saying, please write a check for this guy. That's not how it works. The Adidas money helps in the big picture.
Yeah, just give us a little bit more. Just a little bit more, Adidas. But that's going to be fun to follow his recruitment down the stretch until signing day. Can Ohio State hold off Miami or Tennessee, or do the family ties make that much of a difference in landing this player? And Tennessee needs more edge players, more guys who are difference makers up front, too. You can never have too many.
And looks like is his school an Adidas school? His uniform picks, he's got Adidas on.
That's nothing.
We'll see what happens. By the way,
right?
He continues to be an Ohio State commit, so make that clear. But Knoxville closer to Roswell than Columbus, and as Austin mentioned last hour, his younger brother will be playing as a senior next year when DJ Jacobs is in college. Might help the family a little bit.
Tennessee offer him? Yeah, the younger brother?
Appears to be. Yeah, Tennessee's recruiting him heavily, so I believe that means an offer.
Maybe little brother need to go ahead and reclassify and come in sooner together. I don't know. Let me shut up.
Take charge there, Swain.
Hey, man, you got to be creative in these recruiting pitches. So, mom and dad, they should love the siblings playing together. And it's close to home, too, now.
By the way, Brian does not buy the idea of top 25 overall prospect Jason Swain choosing BYU. Said, come on, Swain, you were talking about hitting up the strip after early games just yesterday.
I did. But DeBonta was paid $7 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for the right price, Swain can grab himself a crumble cookie and head to the house.
Yeah, $7 million, y'all.
We'll continue the conversation. We'll talk some football, 865-656-9900. If you'd like to talk to us, we'll be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Next to Swain, number 21 overall in the 2003 recruiting class as ranked by Tom Lemming at ESPN. I'm Josh Ward. We are presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
It's time to put your love of wings to the test. The Sports Animal's looking for 12 people to compete in the BKW Labor Day Festival wing eating competition.
He's ripping the meat off the chicken wing.
Text the word wings to 865-656-9900 to enter today.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gates. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, and they'll bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood fencing. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
Is it time for a new roof? Creative Metal Systems offers expert shingle and metal roof replacement to protect your home. Get $1,000 off a new roof today. Schedule your free quote now at creativemetalsystems.com. Creative Metal Systems, locally owned for over 27 years.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life, that could have legal implications. It's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Hi, I'm Andy, owner of Mo Shingles. I'm our only estimator, which means we don't pay sales commissions. That can save you thousands. If you want the best roof with the best warranty at the best price, call Mo Shingles, 770-0506.
Learning is tough enough, but big tech engineered distractions that make it even harder for kids to focus.
Conservative Marsha Blackburn. When no one else would, she took on big tech to protect our kids from dangerous content. Now she's fighting to take back our classrooms.
My plan? Bell to bell, no sale.
As our next governor, Marsha Blackburn will eliminate cell phones in the classroom to help move Tennessee students from distractions to success. She'll take away the bureaucratic barriers holding back our schools and give teachers and students the help they need to make Tennessee education the envy of the country. Conservative Marsha Blackburn. Trump trusted. Tennessee first.
No more posting, no scrolling. Here in Tennessee schools, we're going to learn.
Standing up for our kids, fighting for Tennessee. Marsha Blackburn for governor. Paid for and authorized by Marsha for Governor, Treasurer Glenn Jacobs.
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, ceramic, or anything else for the floor, Frazier's Carpet One makes it easy. With free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping, Frazier's makes it easy. With no money down and free financing for an entire year, Frazier's makes it easy. And as a fourth-generation family-owned business, you don't stay in business for 65 years unless you make it easy. So give us a call today at 546-4850 and let us come to you with free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping. Let us show you how easy it can be to transform one room or an entire home with beautiful, new, professionally installed flooring from Frazier's Carpet One.
Want to create a beautiful outdoor space? Call Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fence experts. We offer a no-pressure approach so you can relax as our team works with you to design a deck or fence that perfectly suits your needs and style. We use only the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship to ensure a long-lasting, beautiful product. Call us today, 865-304-0955, or you can visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com for a free consultation. Let's create a backyard you're going to love.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain, available anywhere you get your podcasts. You can always find us on Apple, on Spotify, in the podcast section of the WNML app. Just search Josh and Swain. If you're a podcast listener, we'd love for you to follow or subscribe on your favorite listening platform. 865-656-9900 is how you can be part of the show. Corey asked this question, Swain, this is a football question, on the field. Does the offense change at all depending on which quarterback is playing for Tennessee? It's Heupel's offense, but does it evolve or constrict to fit each guy? If so, how so? I guess regarding Faison or George, which one is on the field?
Let's look back at all the offenses from 2021 to 2025. Would you say that each year was Josh Heupel's offense?
Was each year Josh Heupel's offense? Yes.
Yeah. But they all were different, right?
Sure.
They were different based on the quarterback and what they were able to do. even 21 and 22, when you had Hendon, which is the last time Tennessee had a quarterback return after starting, even those 2 years the offense was different because Hendon had a greater understanding of the offense. And then in 24, when Nico took over, the offense changed a little bit because of Nico's ability to run an offense. Good or bad, the offense changed a little bit. And then when Joe Milton was out there, the offense changed a little bit. So it's not that the offense changed to the point where, like, it's not Josh Heupel's offense. His offense is, it's wide. There's a lot of things that he does with his offense, but the green light that a quarterback has at the line of scrimmage, the ability to maybe put in certain things during the course of a game, make in-game adjustments, really depends on how well the quarterback handles adjustments. How smart is he? How poised is he? How much does the coordinator or the head coach trust the quarterback to take care of the football? So the offense is the offense, but what you do will depend on what Faison Brandon, George McIntyre can handle.
Yeah, what their strengths are as a player.
Correct.
And both guys are young, so you are talking about a young quarterback out there, McIntyre or Brandon, which is different than a veteran like a Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, sometimes to like the untrained eye or sometimes to a fan, the offense may look different when there's a different quarterback, but the offense is the same. It's just that quarterback just wasn't able to handle everything that the previous quarterback was able to handle, or vice versa. The quarterback was able to handle a whole lot more than the previous quarterback.
And would you say last year the biggest change you probably noticed was what was asked of the wide receivers within the offense?
That, and you had a quarterback that could handle the RPO game a lot better and could make certain throws in the middle of the football field, a little bit better too. And
downfield passing from Joey, the connection he had with Chris Brazzell was very strong.
Better. Yeah, Nico missed on some big throws down the field too. So that was the biggest difference, I think. The route tree with the wide receivers, and then the quarterback understanding of the offense and the RPO game was better than Nico's understanding.
Yeah, I think it's also fair to bet on Josh Heupel having a good plan for a young quarterback out there. That's why we've talked about this. I don't get this idea that there was one prediction of Tennessee being the 10th best offense in the SEC.
That's ludicrous.
We've seen rankings of Tennessee's quarterback, whether it's Faison or George, being number 15 or 16 in the league. And I just think that's so unlikely.
Very unlikely.
With Josh Heupel as the head coach and the leader of the offense, and Joe Hollisley with his track record in helping getting these quarterbacks ready.
Yeah. Really good question, though.
Yeah. Yep. And Tennessee should benefit from the experience on the offensive line, the expected development of David Sanders Jr. at left tackle, the return of Deshaun Bishop at running back, and the returning players and the young players as pass catchers that hope to have a big season. All of that should help a young quarterback as well.
Yep. Got to catch that rock, though. Got to make it easy for Faison Brandon. Got to catch the hard ones. Like you sitting at a tailgate throwing the ball with your buddy, and your buddy's throwing the ball to you, and it's hitting you right in the numbers, and it's eye level, thumbs down, easy throws. We can catch those all day on the joke machine. You should be 100 out of 100, 500 out of 500. But what about practicing catching the hard throws, the catches that are outside of your body? Those are the passes you got to catch to make the quarterback look good and be more comfortable.
We were watching those Swain highlights the other day. There's that one-handed catch toward the sideline. Body had to turn, had to go get it. That's okay.
The catch was pretty good. The yak wasn't all that great because pursuit got me, but I made one guy miss before I went down.
Yep. Well, no yak is better than no catch.
That's true. That's true, but yeah, the catch was good.
Yeah,
the catch and the tuck without the offhand.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
I heard Ainge at the facility bragging about your hands. What do you say? You had the strongest hands? Anybody he played with? Something along those lines.
Or best hands.
Or just best.
Strongest. Yeah, I'm really modest about like certain things, but the hands I'm not, because they were the best.
You were Conzo Martin's favorite wide receiver.
Yeah, hands. I mean, they were the best. Yeah, I take that label because I think it's true.
A lot of day baseball going on today, by the way.
Really?
Yep. Braves and Mets, they're scoreless in the bottom of the fifth. Phillies and Marlins, they're tied at 6.
Oh, the Braves will win.
In the bottom of the eighth. I don't know. We'll see.
Guaranteed.
See. We did not talk about the Jets quote from Plaxico Burress. Did you see this?
That was real?
Apparently. I saw it and thought there's no way he said that. Pull it up. But he was talking, was it on Lil Wayne's podcast? This stuff's difficult to keep up with.
I thought it was satire. I didn't know it was real.
I thought so, too. I meant to go back and verify before talking about it on the show yesterday and never did. It was not top of mind. Yeah, on the joint venture show, Plaxico Burress, remember, he had the incident, the gun incident, shot himself, had to go to prison. But he had starred with the Giants. He was with the Steelers, starred with the Giants, helped them win a Super Bowl. But in the comparison of playing for the Jets and going to prison, he said this, quote, "They're both kind of similar because when I walked into prison my first day, I was like, damn, man, you are a loser. And I had the same feeling every day I walked through the door with the Jets. I was like, I hope we can win this weekend. Loser." How do you come back from that one as a Jets fan?
Strong words right there, man.
He said walking into prison was the same day as walking into the Jets facility. Just felt like a loser.
Golly. If the Jets really had like a rival that cared, they would use these quotes against them. But the Jets are such a non-factor and a non-threat that no one's going to take these comments. They might with the Jets get good one day, but like not anytime soon. I forgot Plaxico played for the Jets.
Sounds like he's trying to forget it.
When I think about Plaxico making plays, I think about when he was with the Steelers and the Giants.
Yep, 2011 with the Jets, 45 passes. He caught 45 passes, 612 yards, 8 touchdowns.
You should really feel bad if you're the Jets. Not the fact that he said it, but you gave him a shot.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah, this is post-prison.
No pun intended. You gave him a shot when he got out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
And you are a New York team. You gave him an opportunity. I mean, you gave him an opportunity because you thought it was going to help your team. Let's not get it twisted here. But you gave him a shot, and then he said these things. That's like the Eagles giving Mike Vick a shot after he was released to prison. And then years later, Vick throwing the Eagles under the bus.
They're both kind of similar because when I walked into prison my first day, I was like, man, you are a loser. And I had the same feeling every day I walked through the door with the Jets.
I understand that quote. I understand he's getting paid, as NFL players, a professional athlete, but you have to understand something. He played with the Giants where he won a Super Bowl, and he played for the Steelers.
Yeah.
So he was used to winning. And then he went to prison, came out, and played for the Jets. If I'm a Jets fan, I probably wouldn't tell anybody for a while. I would let this blow over for a couple of weeks or months before I let anyone know I'm a Jets fan.
I'm a Raiders fan. I can't say much, although there was some buzz out there. Kirk Cousins is going to start things out. Get Mendoza ready.
Ready for what?
We're coming.
Yeah.
That's what the word is.
They are coming, man. They coming. Let's see. Raiders schedule. Yep. They're coming to Houston. August 20th for the preseason game. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I didn't think you were talking about anything else.
Yep. They'll open the season with the Dolphins in Vegas. Dolphins, Chargers, Saints to start out the season. 2 runs on the board for the Mets. They're up 2-0 on the Braves in the bottom of the 5th.
I jinxed you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Guaranteed.
New York still at the plate. We'll continue the conversation. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900. Our apologies to Tyler Ivins and all the Jets fans. We'll continue the conversation.
Your apologies. I don't care.
Josh and Swain
Not this time.
We continue. We are on 99.1 The Sports Animal. We're on AM 640 The Sports Monster. We're with you for another 30 minutes presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
Now you can text the Sports Animal. Try it out. 865-656-9900. Text us. 865-656-9900. That's 865-656-9900 to text the Sports Animal.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
The NCAA has suspended Tennessee linebacker Arion Carter for the first 2 games of the season for accepting a $427 flight from an agent after he declared for the NFL draft. The senior played through a foot injury late last season. After declaring for the draft, he aggravated the injury and needed surgery, and ultimately decided to return to Tennessee for another season. In a statement, Vols coach Josh Heupel said Carter disengaged from the agent and repaid him for the flight in January. The NCAA reportedly suspended Carter for 3 games originally, but reduced the suspension to 2 games after an appeal by the university. Carter will miss Tennessee's season opener against Furman on September 5th, and then a road game at Georgia Tech. The following weekend, he will be eligible to make his season debut on September 19th against Kennesaw State. Major League Baseball games tonight. The Braves take on the Mets at 7:10. White Sox get the Yankees at 7:40. Cubs get the Cardinals at 7:45. And the Dodgers get the Mariners at 10. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, this is VFL Joshua Dobbs, and we're counting it down. It's just
38 days until
it's football time in Tennessee. This countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. People helping people since 1934.
At the Y, strength means something different. In this place, it's not just lifting weights. It's all of us showing up and doing our thing. Kids in the pool and on the court. Swimming, shooting, playing. Mom and dad finding their rhythm. Yoga, heavy lifting, moving. 5 YMCA locations, no contracts, just community. You can look all you want, but there's still no place like this place. Join the Y today at ymcaetn.org.
At Cumulus Digital, we know that when it comes to marketing your business, local matters. No one understands this community better than the experts who actually live and work here. With Cumulus Digital, you get local insight backed by a national team of digital marketing experts that support thousands of businesses every month. It's local expertise with proven national experience. So visit cumulusdigital.com, fill out a short form, and let's get started.
Looking to grow your business? If you want to reach passionate sports fans across Tennessee, 99.1 The Sports Animal is your perfect partner. With exclusive coverage of the Tennessee games, plus daily talk shows you can have originating at your place of business, featuring your favorite host. Sports Talk with John and Vince from 6 to 9 a.m. Eric Ainge and Brian Rice, 9 to noon. Josh and Swain from noon to 3. And Tyler and Kaner from 3 to 7 p.m. When our hosts endorse your business, it pays dividends. Connect with highly dedicated sports fans tuned in throughout the day for game insights, hot takes, and local buzz. Advertising on 99.1 The Sports Animal means more visibility, more brand awareness, and more customers walking through your door. Reach your goals. Grow your business. Contact Kimberly Parker today by texting the word business to 865-656-9900. Business to 865-656-9900. Let's make your brand a part of the game.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
No job too big. No job too small.
Oh, great.
Repairs, installs, relax. We do it all.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call your Valley Plumbing professionals today at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com. That's valleyplumbingtn.com.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. Pro Source Home Buyers.
Tired of your mattress sagging in the middle already? Most mattresses today are one-sided, and once that foam breaks down, that dip is there for good. At Brothers Bedding, they still build mattresses the right way. Everyone is handcrafted two-sided, so you can flip it, rotate it, and get twice the life out of your mattress. And if it ever does dip, you're protected with a warranty of up to 20 years. This month only, upgrading is easier than ever. Free pickup, free delivery, and they offer 0% financing. Stop throwing money at disposable mattresses. Visit the Brothers Bedding Factory showroom today and sleep better tonight.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, that grinding and squealing. What are you going to do about that?
Time for new brakes. The chain store never has what I need.
No worries. Go to RockAuto.com for name brands at lower prices.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Sunshine is working its way into the forecast as we're heading into the afternoon. Temperatures will be in a range of the mid to upper 80s. And by the time we head into your Thursday, still going to stay plenty dry with partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the mid 80s. We expect to stay dry the rest of your work week. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Desmond.
This is Andy with Mo Shingles. You already know we do the best roofs for the best price. We also do lifetime warranty gutter guards, usually for around half the national guys. Call Mo Shingles, 770-0506.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Hello to Tom in Walterboro, South Carolina. Send us a GBO in the text box.
I like it. I love it.
We always appreciate the messages from all over.
Technology is a great thing, man. You can listen to the show wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Doesn't matter. You don't have to miss anything because of technology. You can lock in with us.
Michael asked, have you talked about Swain's appearance on the Food Network? Were you on there with Dead End? Or did I miss something? Were you?
Maybe.
I didn't catch Dead End's appearance. So is that what he's referring to?
Top 10 barbecue dishes in America. Dead End came at 8th with the Bernie Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed your boy enjoying some Bernie Mac.
Oh,
I didn't talk. They just showed me.
You were sitting in your roped off section that you have there?
Not that day.
Okay.
Yeah, not that day.
No, I got to go back and check that out.
Yeah, I was watching it, not expecting to be in it with my family, and my kids were like, "Oh, Daddy!"
Were they fired up?
Yeah, they were fired up. Yeah, they used some old footage from a different episode that I was in with Dead End Barbecue. So this is not Dead End's first time on TV on the Food Network. So.
Yeah, where have we seen you? So you were in that. You were in the Chris Lofton documentary. Were you in a 30 for 30? Did you pop up in one of those? Is that right?
Yeah, USC's.
Okay. You were supposed to be in a TI video. You had to back out of that one. Jonathan Wade was in it.
Well, that happened.
And here you lead us to believe that you're not flying around on a private jet.
Yeah, I was pursuing my now wife then, and Jonathan Wade had lunch with T.I., and instead I wanted to hang out with this pretty young lady, and I didn't go.
Look at you.
Yeah, I didn't go. But it cost me being in T.I. video.
But look, you're a long-term thinker. Look at how it paid off.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. But, and all of those, I think I only talked in one. And that was a different Dead End episode highlighting, their food.
Well, in the Lofton documentary.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you were interviewed for that.
Yeah, I did talk a lot in that one.
Yep. And, of course, you're on Dari Noka's show this week and appearing on Sirius XM here and there and Cole Kubelik's show. So all over the place, VFL Jason Swain.
Well, I don't have retirement years at Cumulus and sports animal like you, Josh.
Hollywood Swain right here on Josh and Swain. We're presented by Junk Be Gone. We've had this question a number of times. I guess I asked aloud, how does it come about, the payment of the flight? Arion Carter, he had his flight paid for by his agent. He paid back the $427. I checked with Adam Sparks, who I believe is going to be on with Tyler and Kaner later this afternoon as well. He had the story at knoxnews.com, which you can go read. And the best way to describe is that Arion in Tennessee, they were following protocol. So when he decided to withdraw from the draft and return to Tennessee, there is a standard process of doing that. You notify the NCAA, and I think there is a questionnaire. You have to let them know you've terminated the agent agreement at the NFL level. And so there's just this protocol you have to go through. So the best way to summarize it is Tennessee did everything that it was supposed to, which I think Adam made sure to note in the story, but that would be part of that process.
Yeah, which is why they knew about the flight being paid for by the agent.
Right. So I continue to come back, and we've talked about this. There doesn't appear to be any dispute over whether a violation occurred. It's just that an initial 3-game suspension, and I would still say a 2-game suspension after the appeal, is way too heavy of a punishment for a $427 flight, which was reimbursed.
Correct. You have a bigger issue with agents that don't involve NBA, NFL agents. Like, your bigger problem with agents are agents of your current college athletes. You can't even get them in line. You can't even get basketball players playing college basketball that used to play professional basketball. You can't even get that right. So just give me consistency. Just make it make sense, NCAA. And this is a reason why coaches, presidents, ADs, fans want to see schools break away from the NCAA. Not just to get around the rules, but let's just have some uniformity with some of the rules and the regulations and the enforcement of those rules.
TJ asked, how did they get past the armed security for Swain? That's an excellent question. I got lucky that day. Appreciate Tim's message tuning in Bristol. Said he loves the show. And Chris had a question. Are we going to see Swain on TV this fall? Back for the locker room this fall?
That's the plan, unless Packer decide to replace me with somebody else. We haven't got that notice yet.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, man. Maybe found a better option.
Atval says, so Carter got in trouble by the NCAA for being honest. I know it's a different time, but we do have a history we can point to that lying to the NCAA doesn't typically work out best. But I'm with you.
Terrible idea.
The punishment is too severe.
Yeah, you don't need to lie.
I've yet to see anybody say, I'm sure there's somebody out there saying, yeah, you get what you deserve. But I haven't seen anybody say, yeah, that makes sense. 2-game suspension for a flight.
Yeah, a little silly. A little silly. But life ain't fair.
Mm-hmm.
You grow from it. You learn from it. You get better. And Arion Carter will be just fine because he's an outstanding young man who's really, really, really good at football, and he's leader of this football team. And people will be paying attention to how he handles this. When you are the captain of a football team, all eyes are on you. So he has to do a really, really good job of making sure he brings the energy each and every day, that he doesn't allow this to bring his energy levels down, because his defense, his linebacker group, they are going to feed off of him. So he has to treat this as if he's playing, but he's not going to play, and accept the fact that maybe his reps will be decreased when it comes time to game week, and then just be ready to be there for his teammates. And then when it's time to come back, come back, get ready to bust some heads.
And I'd say he will be. And as we have discussed, you want Arion Carter out there, but if you don't have him, Tennessee still has a lot of talent and depth at linebacker. We'll come back with one segment to go and attaboy to hand out before we go as we continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and learn how you can get 3% back plus an instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years. So assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
How can I help you?
Live agent?
How can I help you?
Live agent!
Stop talking to robots and start talking to Cumulus Digital. When you have questions about your business, you shouldn't have to settle for a virtual person. You need a real local marketing expert who knows your streets and your neighbors. We're right here. For personal service and proven results, visit cumulusdigital.com, fill out the form, and connect to a real person.
34 years. That's how long Marcia Blackburn has been in politics. She ran for Congress, State Senate, Congress 8 more times, U.S. Senate twice. I voted for her, and I bet you did too. Now Marcia Blackburn wants to end her career as governor. We all owe Marcia our sincere thanks for her service, but we don't owe her the governor's office.
John Rose.
It's not a reward, it's a tough job for a tough, conservative CEO. I'm John Rose. Like President Trump and previous Tennessee governors, I'm a CEO. I grew 2 great technology companies. I created jobs. I made a payroll and made tough decisions. To run our state, we need someone who's run a business, not just someone who's run for office. I'm John Rose, and I'm applying to do the job.
For Governor, John Rose. Keep Tennessee, Tennessee. Paid for by Rose for Tennessee. Jeff Aiken, Treasurer.
Is your house just one big headache and you want to sell it fast at a fair price? Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today, no matter the condition, price range, or location. Call me at 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation or condition, I'll buy it. Our customers say things like,
"It was very smooth and easy, and we are satisfied with the amount we received from my mother's property."
The entire process was easy. They were upfront, honest, and kept me informed every step of the way.
ProSource is a great company to work with. We had a great experience from start to finish.
Whatever the situation or condition, I'll buy it, and we can close in as little as a week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Saving you money is our second passion. Never miss a deal. Text the word SWEET to 865-656-9900.
We're back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Thank you to everybody who tuned in today. Thank you for all the interaction. We had a couple of trolling text messages. Even appreciate those.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to appreciate it at the same level as, for example, somebody who texts in, "Love the show," but we still appreciate the interaction.
Correct.
Right.
Always.
Yep. Hey, I bet opposing pitchers would appreciate if Andrew Fisher and Blake Burke would stop destroying their baseballs. I saw one person note the game notes from the Biloxi Shuckers essentially just a home run update for Andrew Fisher. So Blake Burke has now tied the Shuckers franchise record for most home runs in a season. They still have a few games to go. It's July. And Andrew Fisher is now up to 7th on the Brewers' all-time minor league home run list.
That swing from Burke, man, it's so beautiful.
It is. So they're just continuing to crush the baseball. We already handed them some attaboys, I think, to start the week, or was it the end of last week? But
they deserve some more.
Yeah, that just every day. I know their fans are they're getting a show, and they're handing out attaboys to Andrew Fisher and Blake Burke. They continue to mash for the Milwaukee Brewers minor league system, and they'll get their major league calls at some point. The Brewers, one of the top teams in baseball this season, they're 67-40. They will play against the Giants at 3:45 this afternoon. Mets and Braves, by the way, tied it too. Braves have tied them back up.
Guarantee.
In the bottom of the 6th, there's the jinx again, if there is such a thing. It comes from Jason Swain. Again, 865-656-9900. Anytime you want to message in, we appreciate it. We talked a lot about Arion Carter. We'll see what happens with Asa Barnes this afternoon. The expectation is that 5 o'clock he will pick Tennessee as an in-state running back from Martin, Tennessee. As last week, Tennessee picked up David Gabriel George and hopes to add another running back, Asa Barnes, this afternoon. 1 week from today, Tennessee will open up fall camp, so we have more football to look forward to, and we're getting closer. This time tomorrow, we'll be less than 6 days away. Swain, from the opening of camp.
I hope our guys enjoy a little downtime before the start of fall camp, because when that starts, it is go time. So better hydrate, better get your mind right. What sacrifices are you going to make? Are you going to be off social media? Are you going to be off your phone at a certain time each and every evening? Something has to be taken away, because your full focus needs to be on fall camp, this football team this season. You have prepared all off season for this moment right here. Fall camp, separating yourself away from the competition, establishing yourself as a leader, and creating some momentum that can carry you to the end of the season.
We had Hunter ask, are you just going to gloss over the Chris Brazzell news?
We already talked about it.
Yeah, and there is an update. It looks like according to Adam Schefter, make sure I get the news pulled up again, he suffered what's described as a moderate LCL tear in his left knee, and right now the expectation will be sidelined up to 8 weeks. ESPN and The Athletic both reporting that. So hope the best in his recovery. But, yeah, talked about that earlier in the show. Chris Brazzell, unfortunately, been dealing with soreness in his left knee and was carted off earlier today in practice with a
he'll be back there.
Reported moderate LCL tear, but we'll be back this season.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Yeah. Just a few minutes to go. We will end on a positive note, handing out today's attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. So we hand out attaboys and attagirls every day, positive stories to highlight, and we had a story, I believe, yesterday. We've had a few recently of strangers helping other people in a time of crisis, and that is the story today. The story comes from a small Arizona post office where a mother was there with her 8-month-old baby. Kylie Vega was there with her baby daughter Nova and noticed her daughter was kind of going limp. She was kind of going limp, so I started patting her back, Vega recalled, and then realized she stopped breathing. And as you would imagine, there was immediate concern. But fortunately, postal clerk Mary Schwartz was there, and she is a former nurse with 13 years of experience. She immediately rushed from behind the counter, said there was no thinking in that situation. I just jumped into action, unable to find a pulse. She Schwartz immediately began CPR. After overhearing Vega tell a 911 dispatcher that Nova may have choked after trying to vomit, she also performed back thrusts in an effort to clear the baby's airway. Help arrived even faster with Clifton Police Lieutenant Sherry Aguilar, who happened to be nearby, responded to the emergency. Knowing Schwartz's nursing background, Aguilar teamed up with her to continue life-saving care before making the quick decision to drive the infant to nearby clinic. They stepped up and made sure that the baby was taken to safety, and thankfully the baby finally began breathing again after medical staff took over. Strangers jumping into immediate action to help this mother and her baby.
Love it, man. Those are sometimes the best ones when you have a stranger just acting on impulse and following their gut and doing what they know is right and saving the lives of someone else, or just being there for help. So I love the Attaboys. Continue to share those if you see something good happening in your community and it hasn't hit national news or local news and you feel like attention needs to be brought on it. Send it on over to us. We'll throw some light on it.
Yep. Positive stories. They need to be talked about more. You can find the negative. That's no problem. We'll find the positive for you. Attaboys and Attagirls every day here on Josh and Swain.
NCAA will never get an attaboy.
No attaboy today from Josh and Swain to the NCAA?
No.
Yeah, I'm positive you're right about that one.
They don't deserve one.
All right, Swain, we did our best. We'll try again tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
All right, 2.5 hours or so, Josh Ward. We'll get an announcement.
Hopefully we stick to the schedule, 2 hours, 5 minutes. Maybe a little bit of introduction, and then it's party time for Asa Barnes, running back.
All right.
Martin.
Let's do it.
Tomorrow's 6 days away from camp, but Swain, Saturday and Sunday really can't count.
It counts. It's a day.
Okay. Well, if you want to, tomorrow make a case that Tennessee is Dante Stallworth, Jonathan Wade days away. Mike Matthews.
Yeah.
From opening up fall camp.
Yeah, Sid Tillman days.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again tomorrow, folks.
Thank you all for hanging out. Remember, you can go back and listen if you would like. Anywhere you get your podcast, just search Josh and Swain. And every day, the show is presented by Junk Be Gone, East Tennessee's junk removal specialist. Find them online at junkbegone.biz. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We will see you and talk to you tomorrow at noon here on Josh and Swain.
If you're looking around your house